Bells, yeah.
Uh,
How bad is my mic? Like, is it annoying or?
I can't hear anything.
Say something, Chris.
What?
Testing.
So it should be okay.
Seems to be.
Think
I
so.
think so.
Yeah, and Will, you've got like 2 turns left before that spell goes off.
Zoom in, enhance.
Let's see. Mhm.
Zoom in and
I just looked. I just zoomed in on you to look, and it's echoing again, Jesse.
I just made myself even quieter. So
Hmm.
now you shouldn't like at all.
Press the
Where
top.
does
Wait,
our
hold
voices come out of on your
Cool.
end?
Yeah.
There we go. That should be better. I accidentally did it the wrong way.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah,
Session
you did it the wrong way.
105.
Listen,
There you
it's
go.
either up or
105,
down on the scroll wheel, and it doesn't
I'm still
say
echoing.
which one. How?
what do you mean by Chris? What do you mean by 105? Oh, episode 105.
Yes. This is our
Okay.
105th
No, that's the
session.
damage you took.
I for a second
No.
there, I thought that's like something bad that was gonna appear.
No,
With
no,
like
no, no.
105 hit points or something. I don't know.
No, no, no. So, I'm Jesse. Push to talk, please.
You should. I can't even hear you.
Well, I can hear
Yeah.
me through you.
He's not
so
making it up.
Yeah, no.
other people are echoing too. It's not just me.
So Jesse, where is your where do our voices come out on your end? Because it sounds like they're coming out of your like display.
No,
And
it's
then-
coming from my headphones.
All right.
That's weird. Is it gone? Oh yeah, he's muted. Of course. What's going on here?
It's so dark and I'm all by myself.
Well, let's check it for being Dragonborn. Can't see. But anyway, when last left off, you guys were in an epic battle. And you spent the entire session in that battle. Managed to destroy most of the enemies. But 3 of them are still gathered around Rhiannon. And there is still this big crystal with 4 colors in front of you. Actually, you can't even see the crystal right now because there is an era of darkness around it, which Crescent is currently vanished into. Crescent, the turn is yours.
I'm currently waiting for Roll20 to actually work.
Oh, sorry. Testing. Jesse, you're still gonna have to mute. The echo's really bad. There we go.
Wait, hold on. This thing's so buggy. I don't know what the hell's going on. Headphones. Push off.
Let's see. He's hearing commotion over. He's hearing commotion, so he's gonna go because he can't see the crystal anymore. He's gonna fuck off over here. That's a lot of things. Can I hit this one with a range attack?
Yes. Now, the crystals themselves aren't big enough to stop your attack. You can easily hit stuff over them.
So we will Eldritch Blast.
This one right here?
Yep.
Okay, that is
Goddamn,
force
good start.
damage.
And that's how we start off.
With a nat 20.
So, like, legit, can I not actually see anything? Because last game I could actually see a little bit,
Alright.
but, like, I can't
So-
even see any.
Hold on.
You had dancing lights up. You don't have them up anymore.
Yeah, he had to drop concentration. So, Crescent, as you throw a ball of force right at the blue plant dragon, it does shear off a few of the leaves, but not nearly as many as you would had expected.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's really he's very limited on his range attacks.
Still not 20. Starting off strong.
Alright, layer action time.
All the
Time
dragon
for
wormlings
a
die. We win.
a color shift. Let's see. So that crystal changes to black, swallowing everything in darkness around it. Which means Rhiannon can no longer see. But do you have blind sense? Tremor sense?
Nope. I'm human.
I was thinking monkey things. Monk
I
like
mean,
things.
if you want to give me that, that sounds awesome. But
I couldn't.
no.
I couldn't remember if monks had anything cool like that. Let's
Mm.
see.
Not that flavor of bullshit.
Yeah. Now this one right here changes to green. That one can't shift. Trying to think if there's anything else around here that could change. Nope. That's about all it can do. So let's see. Wormlings. Wormlings have blind sight, so they're not hampered by this. The wormling is going to attack you, Rhiannon.
Cool. Disadvantage.
Yeah, there's a reason I had disadvantage up.
What the fuck?
That's my same thoughts. Like, well, how did I roll 2 nat 20s? What the fuck?
So fuck me in particular, apparently today.
It's a good thing this.
Session cancelled.
It's a good thing this crystal shifted into black instead of red, because that would have been double that. So
So how much is that? 12, 16, 18?
yeah, thankfully you did not take 36 points of damage in one hit. That would have been really bad.
No, I need to roll a con check. Yeah, she's good.
All right, Will, one more turn,
Will is
buddy.
useless.
One more turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move this one down to 1.
Which means
And
which means next turn it gets cast. That's how that works.
Yeah, I just need to ask a question.
Go for it.
How high is the ceiling here? And what is it made of?
That's a good question. We're in a cavern, so I am thinking that the ceiling is about 10 feet high. It is made out of rock, stone, and currently has a bunch of... you're no longer in the sewer. You're in a cave that seems to be either natural or hollowed out. It's hard to tell because of the sheer amount of vines that are everywhere, just to figure out if this had been growing for a while and if there's any stalactites up there or anything like that. But it's definitely like dirt and rock is the primary composition, other than plant life.
Alright, thank you. My turn is over.
Alright. Tentacles turn. Let's see what ones can hit where. I cannot hit that, but that can definitely hurt Crescent. Whiplash at Crescent. That missed. Another one can also hit Crescent. Tentacle, a plant tendril whips out from the darkness of this mass over here in the middle and strikes Crescent for 11 points of damage.
Ew.
Fawn is in the range of another tentacle. 14.
Miss.
Alright. And I'm gonna see if one more can hit. Nope. None of the others can read. What? Yeah, none of the others. Wait. Oh, one more can hit. Can hit Fawn. Pow. Whoops. That did not roll. Oh, the 21. 21 hits. 7 damage. The other tentacle just comes whipping out from this area over here and strikes at you. Oh, shield. Bouncing off your shimmering shield that comes up at the last moment. Urk. What would you like to do, Urk?
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes, can hear you.
Again, my headset is being super fucking weird. Again, I cannot see a single thing when before I could.
Move your thing back and forth. Just yeah. Can you see anything?
I can see a tiny little white square there. That's it.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'll reload, but because before I could actually see a little bit of what was going on, now I just cannot see a thing. So I'm just reloading the thing to see if that helps. Apparently, it's hatching dragons at the moment, which I don't feel safe and comfortable around.
Well, there was hatching dragons last week, so
True. It's still loading. Why is it still loading? My internet. Why? It's still loading. Try reloading it again. Why not? I don't know why, but my game's growing up at the moment. Like, everything's loaded in except for the map.
well, there isn't really much in the map. There's just things everywhere.
Where you go. Still, I don't know where anything is because nothing's loading.
It's loaded. It's the fact that you don't have dark vision. There's no light. You can't see anything.
No. No.
You're talking your character sheet?
No. Legit. Everything's loaded in except the map. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Okay, that's okay. So wait. Where's my what attack do I have? I'll give Crescent my bardic inspiration with the note of potential as my bonus action, and I'll also give him healing word as well on Crescent.
Yeah, Crescent could definitely use that.
I'll do it at level. Bam. And he's just gonna walk away a little bit back.
Okay.
So he's any road because he knows that he can't really do much about the freaking crystal.
Okay.
And that'll end his turn.
Lunissa, what do you wish to do?
Seeing I can't see the main crystal at all, I'm just gonna.
It's drenched in darkness, as is the area behind you.
Seeing that. Oh, my mic is doing weird. Everyone is standing close to the one I was hitting. I'm gonna hit the one on the right, the blue one.
Which one? Okay. That's, green.
You know,
Wait,
I'm gonna.
I got a question real quick. With the crystals changing last turn, shouldn't the central crystal have changed, or
No,
did we establish? Okay, sorry.
it's a layer action. I stretched out 3 possible layer actions per turn, and the other 2 can't be done anymore because there's no more eggs and there's no more potential eggs.
Okay, I didn't know if they were all connected.
I'm gonna throw daggers at that one.
You made the connection when you extracted aspects earlier. You discovered that these crystals are indeed connected to each other. So, all right. You hear a bit of a clink. 1 second.
And that one misses.
Not necessarily. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to remember what the. I wrote it down the other. I wrote it down yesterday. Where did I put that piece of paper? Of course, I don't have that one open. Duh. Alright. Actually, I think that did just barely strike it again. Oh. Where was that symbol? I wanted. There it is. Oh. That's right. That's what that other symbol is. Are you done, Linissa?
I mean, 2 attacks, and then I'm gonna take like a step over here just in case the crest anything needs line of sight.
Okay.
Let's hide behind the things.
So it's a turn of another wormling going after Rhiannon, and still has disadvantage, correct?
Yes.
Will a 16 hit?
No.
All right. It's you feel the wind of it trying to snap at you, but you manage to pull your leg out of the way and just in time. Fun.
I'm going to, I guess, breathe acid on that crystal right there. This is the only thing I can really do at this point. Damn it.
All right. Crystal seems to vibrate for a moment, and then it just kind of falls into a bunch of little pieces. And the aura of warmth that it was producing seems to be gone.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
Anything else you can do?
Good.
Nope.
Rhiannon.
She's going to take her hand with a ring of spell storing and touch her chest, and she's going to cast mirror image on herself.
Okay.
And then she's going to spend a key bonus action, step of the wind to disengage.
Alrighty.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And that's her turn.
Alright. 30.
And I don't believe mirror image is concentration, so she maintains concentration on Hex still too.
Alright.
That is correct.
One wormling pops up over the field of the darkness, flapping its wings, as seeming to give chase to Rhiannon, but then spots Crescent and lands in front of him instead. As it hops over from where it was gliding on its wings.
So
Right. Does it still have disadvantage? It doesn't matter. It would have rolled an 8 anyway. But yeah, it's trying to bite you, Crescent.
It's only against Rhiannon. And not anymore.
Right. Well, you got mirror image now, so.
Yeah, I roll for that.
Oh, that's a good point. Crescent.
hi, friend. Can't hit your little head, but I can hit you. And we bop at it.
That's a miss. As it draws itself back, grinning at you with thorn-like teeth.
Yep.
Layer action. So when the crystals start to change color again. The one right here changes to red. And the one over
Rhiannon was literally
here
retreating.
turns to black. That's about it. The wormling flaps its wings to get over here, looking like it's drooling over Rhiannon, but then spots Crescent and goes in to attack him. Is that hit?
No.
Okay.
Bad thing.
Will, your spell. What does it do? The one you've been working on for a full minute in game, which is equal to a full session in real life. Talk us through it, Will.
He's muted.
The Tobias is muted.
I am muted. Hello. All right. So I'll post the spell again. Remove the spell slot. Gimme. Earth Elemental.
Yeah.
And you said now it's darkness up there, so I can't see the spots. I can't put.
There is darkness almost above it. Yes, it's 10. The darkness stretches 10 feet. So yeah, right. 10 feet up, it would hit.
Yeah, it would touch the point where I wanted to place it, but that's fine. I'll simply place it here. Now this is
An earth elemental.
a constant.
But the earth elemental seems to form itself up from the ground, shaking the
Yes.
leaves and vines away from itself as it does.
And I just give it the verbal command to destroy the crystal in here.
Does it go on your turn, or does it work independently?
It works independently. I should roll initiative for it. Yes.
All right, I will currently give you the ability to control it then.
Here's a fun thing, though. If Will loses concentration on it,
Yep.
it's not going to go away.
Which is why I am not moving it into a special slot yet. I am putting it there and giving you temporarily control of an earth elemental. But as far as the rest of you are concerned, an earth elemental suddenly just pushed itself up from the ground and is now going in for the attack on the thing in front of it.
All right. There we go. Roll for initiative.
Does it have any sort of...
Darn. Wow. It's so far. Just above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does it have any sort of immunities?
Ooh, yes. Let's see here. It's immune to poison and multiple conditions.
All right. Immune to any spell effects? Any elemental effects?
No, but it does have resistances to non-magical damage.
All right. Yeah, and the tentacles do not count as magic damage. That's an interesting point. So yeah, the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 5, no, 6 attacks are all against that earth elemental, and they're all non-magic damage. So that's if they do hit, it only takes half.
Right.
1. Ugh, I hate like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
1 hit.
So it takes 4 points of damage from all of that.
Yes.
Let's see. One more tentacle will attack. Let's see. It's going to continue to attack Crescent. 18. Does that hit you, Crescent?
Yep. Okay, you get it. You want my attention.
Goes and smacks you in the back of the head.
Oh, sorry. I was a little bit excited when I got my elemental. Could I have moved?
Yes, you may. And since you're invisible and undetectable at the moment, nothing attacks you.
Yes, away from the, dragon thingy. And the maniac with a scythe.
Irk. The elemental is half in, half out of the field of darkness, by the way, so it is possible to see.
Yes, but he looks like that he's attacking those things. So I'm gonna look at these guys and
Okay.
that vine, and he's going to. Why did I exit? Oh wait, yeah. No, what? Oh no, it's still there.
For the
I was
record,
looking
that
for my
vine
character
didn't
sheet.
attack.
Still though, if I can check out these, that'd be great.
I've had attack this one.
Oh, did it?
4,
1, 2,
5,
3, 4,
6.
5. Oh, okay, got it.
4, 5, 6, yeah.
Got it.
Like, I think it was kind of like a panic attack, but the crystal is like, oh fuck.
Oh fuck, Earth Elemental.
Hmm.
Not rock and roll, my one weakness.
So what are you doing, Irk?
I only want to rock and
Dude,
roll part of every day.
Oh, about rock and roll. Are these guys good in dexterity?
You have
Does
no
anyone
idea.
know? Can I insight
find
on
out.
them to see
Good
if they
try
are?
there.
Do you have the ability?
Fuck around and find out. Come on.
You are under a rogue mastermind, are you?
No.
I do believe that is a special skill to insightful fighting. Wasn't that it?
Yes, I
Yes.
think that's actually inquisitive.
It's Inquisitor.
Oh,
Rogue.
Inquisitor. Sorry, I keep confusing Inquisitor and Mastermind. I just remember that Heinz had that.
Okay, so he's just gonna move right here. And basically, that should be like 10 feet, right?
Mhm.
Like, including here and then here, that should be like about 10. No, that'd be 10 feet, wouldn't it, from me? So I guess he'd rather move here so he's not hurting Crescent and Rhiannon. And he's gonna do Earth Tremor at level 1.
Alright.
Talking about rock and roll.
Does this thing affect... Oh, that's right. I told them...
I don't know why
mention that
Rage is
they-
on.
I did mention that they landed. Alright.
I shouldn't
'Cause
have
they
Rage on.
did-
That's
wow.
stupid. Oh, wow.
You knocked them
They're
both
knocked
over.
prone, guys. Go at him.
They should have... I should have had them stay flying. I had them land.
And
But they don't seem to take that much damage, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know that, but they are knocked prone though, so
Yeah.
that's the main thing that I wanted to do was knock them prone, so Crescent and that's not taking too much damage now since they're prone. Yeah, and can I steal healing word or
It's
no?
Earth Tremor. It's not erupting
that's
Earth. Okay.
you used that spell already, haven't you?
Yeah, true. Can I bardic inspiration still with
Yes.
Earth Tremor? Yeah, well then, I don't know if Rhiannon's got it yet. Does Rhiannon have?
I used mine last session. I don't have one right now.
Well then, I'll give you another one.
Cool.
There you
Bam.
go.
And you also too have a note of potential. I'm not gonna do it until you tell me to. There you go.
There's a lot of text.
Very good.
Linissa.
I am going to. Still can't see the big one. I see that they are in a bit of trouble though. I'm gonna throw one of my daggers at this one. Sharpshooter, sneak attack, all that nice jazz.
Does prone do anything to reactions? Do you remember?
Prone doesn't do anything to. Oh
It
wait.
does give disadvantage on ranged attacks, though.
Oh rip, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, if I saw they were prone, I probably wouldn't have thrown a dagger at them. Though.
Okay. Yeah, you would have seen
Yeah.
them thrown on the ground.
Yeah, in that case, I would have ignored them and thrown at this one,
Okay.
which
We're gonna cut that
I'm
as
gonna
that.
do
Let's see.
and again.
Yeah, that
Okay,
one
that
that one definitely misses.
Yeah.
Goes flat into the ground and zips back to your hand.
Does it seem to be like breaking?
Yep, you can see cracks in it from here.
Okay. Does how broken does it look?
It looks pretty cracked.
I want to see what happens when I break one of these. We're far enough out of it, right? To be safe. What is that? Yeah, that's fine. It's 25 feet.
Well, you've already been affected by it within 24 hours, too.
I mean, yeah.
Anything?
But I don't know what it does if it explodes, so. That's it, I think. Not much else I can do. I mean, I could dodge as a bonus action, but that's not really worth it, so. That's it.
Okay, this is odd. The
Also have disadvantage on attacks if you're prone, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I'm pretty sure though it's the wormling that hasn't moved in a while. So that wormling flies over and let's see, hasn't finished its movement yet, and it's looking at potential meals. And decides to go for Urk. It perches directly on top of the crystal there and lunges at Urk. Is a 14 hit, Urk? Nope.
14 does not hit.
Eh.
I'm pretty tanky. Yeah, my armor class is 18. It's quite nice.
Fun?
These are blue dragons.
Yes. Force damage.
Magic is kind of pointless against blue. No, but that might hit Chris and Rhiannon. No, I can't. Over. I guess I'm just gonna go here and I guess just acid splash to hit both prone dragons.
Okay. And is this more of your acid breath thing?
No, acid splash.
Oh, this is a spell, right? A cantrip?
It's just a cantrip.
Okay. I forget if they can they take dexterity or is it disadvantage when they're prone?
I'm looking right now.
Oh, I don't remember.
I do believe it's disadvantage, but I could be wrong.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack rolls within the creature have advantage if within 5 feet. Prone creature only movement option is to crawl unless it stands up. It says nothing about disadvantage.
Okay, so it's normal for dexterity saving throw. Got it.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
All right. They both get hit with the acid, but it doesn't seem to do too much damage to them.
Yeah, I wanted to Dragon Breath, but Rhiannon and Crescent took really close to him.
Mm-hmm. Rhiannon, what would you like to do?
Okay, one in front, 2 attacks with advantage. -2 on both of these because
Exhaustion.
recently dead.
Yeah. -2 to hit, right? 8 and 8.
Yeah, it's -2 to everything.
Yeah, so you smash that one
Save.
down until it bursts into a bunch of blue leaves.
Okay, and then yeah, we're gonna yeah, right. She's gonna stay right there. Bonus action. Oh, actually, yeah, bonus action. Spending a key. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
2 more attacks.
That misses. That misses.
Okay. And actually, on that 14, ooh, actually, no, I'm going to save it in case I need to make a save. Never mind. That's her turn.
Okay. So, next turn, Wormling gets up, shakes itself off, and again lunges for Crescent. That hits, right?
Oh yeah.
So you discover that actually does twice the damage listed there. So instead of 11, that's 22 points of damage as it sinks its teeth into you personally, not your form as attempting to claw. It is attempting to wrestle you out of the hands of your avatar, and is currently trying to eat you. So all of you are watching as the scythe is like halfway down this dragon's throat as it is attempting to eat the scythe.
Put me down. As my body falls.
Gluck, 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 gluck. Alright, Crescent, I guess that's saving throw. Alright. Layer action. Let's see here. Okay, nothing interesting happens. Earth Elemental!
Oh. Hello. Earth Elemental has 2 attacks.
Woo!
And it
And
has
it doesn't-
Tremor Sense
and does
for
it get
60 feet.
Does it get affected by lightning damage?
It doesn't say any immunity or...
So it takes 1 point of lightning damage by being that close to the pink, which is radiating
Cool.
lightning.
So it takes 1 lightning damage. And it's going to punch. So it is... This is all part of the same crystal, though. The
Technically,
same entity.
yes.
Yes, technically. So it's just punching in.
All right.
It's using it, so it stomps on the ground and uses its tremor sense to feel where this crystal is, and then just punch it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And aren't they siege creatures too?
Yes.
So it does double damage to objects, correct?
Yes, there you go.
So while you can't see it in the darkness, two parts of this crystal seem to be cracking badly along the edge. The colored parts.
So we can like see the back of the earth elemental, and as the arms come back, and
but
then just
you're
slam
hearing,
in.
You're hearing crunching sounds. And what happened to the crystal? Fawn destroyed it. As far as you can't actually see it from where you're at, but Fawn witnessed it turn into basically bits of dust into the ground.
All right.
Okay. Anything else the earth elemental can do?
Well, it could move. But I'm gonna keep it where it is.
Okay. Will, what would Will like to do?
Will is going to move here, and then he's going to cast. So, how would a healing word work on Crescent? I don't believe I've healed him before.
Just works like normal.
Because now Will can cast spells again.
Hooray!
And how far away can the scythe be from the body before the body is no longer technically possessed?
Technically, I can it's a hex blade, so it's connected to me.
Okay, so it doesn't matter
Like,
that the dragon is currently eating the blade.
Yeah, he can just basically bamf it back to his hand, essentially.
So bonus action, healing word at first level on Crescent.
Yeah, I'm at 6.
And
Ow.
That was I moved to 5, 10. Can I retcon my movement?
Sure. Movement, sure. I'll let you retcon the movement.
Because yeah, it's nothing different here. Because I think I'm just gonna go 10 feet here and use my action to smack this thing.
It's you can see that the scythe is still like part way down its throat as it seems to be just busy eating it.
Now, me being hidden, does that give me advantage?
Yes, it does.
And still, last turn of Shillelagh.
Oh! Smack. Counts as magical,
And
but it is also regular physical damage, so
15.
that means that the
Rest of
magical
my
resistance
movement.
does not count for this. It does take the full 14. The dragon seems to make a roaring noise even with the scythe in its mouth. And seems to be darting its eyes around looking for...
noise.
Yeah. It's darting its eyes around looking for what hit it. And it's turned the tentacles. The first one is inside the field of double damage, and it's going for the elemental. That missed. Then the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5. The next 5 are also at the elemental. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All for normal damage, which for the elemental is half damage.
Yeah, so that is 3 hits. 4, 7, 12 damage.
Okay. The next one's going for Urk. 3 damage, Urk. And this last one's going for Rhiannon.
Miss.
Alright. Urk. He just got smacked by one of those plant vine tentacle things.
What to do? What to do? What? So I got smacked, right?
Yep. But
And I'm
this
gonna
tentacle
rage.
by this tentacle up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage then.
Okay.
And use my silver great axe on this guy.
Okay.
I don't know why it's at advantage. Why does it always reset?
Yeah, it's not currently at advantage.
things? That's fine.
Anything else you can do, Rick?
Can I vicious mockery it
It's an option.
and call it
you're-
a pussy for
You're
dodging?
raging.
Raging is also an action to do that.
Yeah.
True. Okay, well that'll be it, I guess.
You can
I'm
still mock it.
crazy.
It just can't viciously mock it.
Lunissa.
More daggers at the green thing, because that's the. I mean, no, wait. I'll throw one in front of the one in front of Crescent.
Okay.
Collect it. Did it go? Oh, there it is. Hit, miss. It's a 13. That probably misses.
Yes, that misses.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw one at the crystal again, because I'm really sick of
Green
these
crystal?
crystals.
Got it.
Yeah, same
And
one.
that
I'm
misses.
just really like it. Would have been so much damage as well. I'm gonna stay here because it seems like nothing wants to bother me right here, so I'm good.
Let's see. The wormling that's in front of Urk goes in for a bite. Ooh, that's actually because it's double. It's in a double damage field. Urk, that is 36 damage.
And he's raging.
He's raging, so yeah, it's actually only the damage presented right there.
Hooray!
So you only take.
Wait, so it's only
You're in a
what?
double. The red crystals are a double damage field. They extend.
Yep.
They extend 10 feet around. You're in the middle of it, so that does double damage to you. Which means because you're raging, you only take 18 points of damage.
No,
Barbarians
nice.
get half damage from force.
Do they?
No.
So you take 23 damage then. That's just an extra 5 damage.
Well, ow.
Yeah.
He's a storm arrow. He's a storm one. He is lightning barbarian.
So you have a reaction there, Urk?
I can react.
Can you?
I didn't know that I could react.
I said, do you have a
Can I?
reaction?
You can hit it.
I'm gonna hit it then.
As a reaction?
I didn't know I could. Yeah. Yeah.
How? What? Where?
What ability allows you to do that?
That's what
I
I was
don't
asking. I was
know.
asking if you had an ability that did that. Because I thought you said Storm Barbarians had like an aura that was a reaction, basically.
Yeah,
Oh,
No,
Storm
it's-
Aura.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that is not.
Yeah, when this
do with that
effect is activated, you can choose one of the creatures you see in your aura. Your target must make a dexterity
Oh, that's
saving
during your
throw.
turn,
The
okay.
target-
I thought that was like a reaction if you got hit. Like kind of like Hellish Rebuke or something like that. Never mind. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you.
Ah. Okay.
Fun. Your turn. Oh, sorry. 1 second. The roll a dexterity saving throw, please. please, Urk? Because you just got hit by the little wormling. It doesn't meet the 15. So the wormling managed to pull your. Is your silver great axe magical? Does it do magic damage or simply silver damage?
Sorry, I was dealing with a cockroach for some fucking reason. Well, considering that I use it for most of my spells,
No, but I mean, is it in itself magic?
I think it's just a silver great axe.
Okay, so you, as you're getting hit, the dragon has managed to pull the ring of lightning resistance off your finger and has swallowed it in front of you.
I'm going to cut that out of its fucking gut.
Well, you have 6 rounds to retrieve it.
My turn now?
Yes, it is your turn. Sorry about that.
Yay, because I don't know what the hell I'm going to do on my turn. You know what? Gonna go. Ah. Hmm. Just give me a second. Damn it. I'm just going to go down here and acid breath this.
Okay. Seems to be taking more damage. Anything else you can do?
Go back to safety.
Back to safety.
Now, Rhiannon. Rhiannon?
Yes, DM.
Do you remember that roll I had you make last game?
Yeah, the random wisdom save.
The one that you failed?
Yes.
You find your body suddenly locking up as light seems to be leaking out around you, and a bunch of geometric designs start flooding around you. Anyone looking at you suddenly notices that essentially you become the anchor part of a portal that somebody is using to step through.
What?
What a fuck.
And unfortunately, I also need to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Hey, look. Your
Oh,
doorway to heaven.
Portal? Are you kidding me?
For the record, hey, Rick, Rhiannon
Yeah.
did also vocalize that opposite elements might do more damage to the crystals. So, hey, fire. Look
That's
at
a
rocks.
cold one! I'm an
Yeah.
idiot!
No, you're not an idiot. I just wanted to remind you because it's been a week.
What's the opposite of lightning?
I don't know.
Doesn't have
Punching with stone.
Yeah, apparently Earth Elemental is the opposite of lightning.
Earth Elemental, opposite of lightning.
I should have just did a firebolt.
Yeah. But yeah, so just in the future. I didn't want to interrupt you, but yeah.
I want to punch it again.
I mean, it's one. It should be like one more breath away from destroying it anyway.
So it just turned to dust, the crystal?
Apparently,
Okay.
no
Spray of
adverse effects.
acid.
Yeah, I used acid to kill it, so
It
might
didn't
just be because I
explode.
used acid.
Yeah, okay.
It might be how you kill it too. Might cause them to explode or not.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine like smashing it will cause it to explode, which I realize this doesn't bode well for us with the giant Earth Elemental. But that's beside the
It doesn't.
Hey,
That's fine.
I know that we're kind of running low on abilities and spell slots, but
Uh-huh.
Oh,
if,
yeah.
if
Low?
anyone wants to buff the Earth Elemental,
What is low? Is 0 low?
And I'm back.
I think 0 is low.
that's pretty low. I'm at -1.
Let's see.
I've got
The
nothing.
wormling that's currently eating Crescent, well, eating the blade, swallows it, or believes it has. And
Oh, so my turn is just fucked then?
your body is locked up, and you're being used as an anchor point for a portal, so you can't move.
Alrighty.
Sadly. The wormling looks around and seems surprised that the crescent body is standing up and
So laying
lunges,
down technically.
laying down, but it seems to be moving and breathing. So attacks you again.
Sorry.
And
How can it bite if
Actually,
it's got a scythe in its mouth?
It just swallowed it.
Okay.
That's an advantage, isn't it?
But
technically.
It missed.
I'm not going to question how the wormling got a scythe in its body and it's still able to move.
Yeah, I was gonna do some like kick the back of the head to make it slice its belly open shit, but that ain't gonna happen.
Like,
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
The
that sounds
two-handed
something like
weapon
out of a Saw
size.
movie.
I stand up. He extends his hand to the right, and the scythe reappears in his hand.
Let's see.
Phew,
Roll
jeez.
a 2d10 for me.
All right.
The wormling screams in pain as it seems to take damage from you retrieving your sword like that. Or Scythe and yourself, really.
You wanted me in you so badly, you could have just stood still.
Oh, that.
Giggity.
Phrasing. There. Fluffy.
Crescent knows his
No.
phrasing.
Mm-mm.
Or does he?
Mm-mm.
We'll find out.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Oh
fuck!
my god!
Shame about the damage, but oh my god.
Mhm.
Let's see. 28. Nope, no, the first strike killed it.
Ooh.
It's still reeling from the fact that it lost what it was eating. The dragon goes down. What are you trying to?
That will go against the
Alright.
vine.
And that destroys the vine.
Now I feel better.
Anything else you wish to do?
I can do nothing else, and he doesn't really feel like moving.
Okay. Layer action. See, that's fine there. This particular crystal over here is changing color. It's changing to red. This fire crystal back here is also changing to red. Now, giving all of the tentacles that are close to the earth elemental the ability to smack it for double damage, which gives it full damage instead. Earth elemental, your turn.
Whack.
That's wacko.
Damn.
Alright, so this
Yes.
crystal over here on this side, the pink one, shatter. You just basically hear a bit of a shattering noise, followed by a secondary shattering noise. And you see tentacles and such writhing a bit in the area.
Welcome back, fun.
Welcome back.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna stay here. And that's its turn.
Will.
Okay, Will can cast spells, and Will doesn't need. Well, no one is down, so.
Well, Rhiannon's under a very strange effect, and Crescent doesn't look very well. Neither does Alyssa, for that matter.
Yeah, Will looks concerned at the strange effect on Rhiannon, but he's got second level spell slots, which doesn't do anything.
You okay?
Crescent looks confused at this.
So I guess Will is going to heat metal doesn't work. No heat, no metal enemies. Gust of wind. Everything is connected to the ground. Spider climb. No.
No.
Absorb elements. That's a reaction. I don't use that now. Healing word, fairy fire, or jump. It's only a 10 feet tall ceiling. Jump is not useful. Fairy fire. I mean, it has to be in a point where I can see, and where I would want to put it is here.
Yeah.
And magical darkness would probably erase the effect.
It does.
Ah!
I dealt with that in my home campaign.
Why? I hate
Yeah.
darkness. Okay, so seeing that Rhiannon is under the effect of some kind of spell or, portal thing, maybe she's feeling a little bit hurt. So he'll. The fuck? That's just text. Roll 20.
Oh, funny. Get your shit together.
Yeah, I was seeing stuff like that last night.
Alright, and that's his bonus action, which leaves his action to stuff. I'm totally not going through. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Just he uses his action to go over here and say to Fawn, just to brag, "That's my Earth Elemental."
Okay, so 6 tentacles capable of doing double damage to the Earth Elemental strike out at the Earth Elemental.
Alright, so it's
1,
normal damage if
2,
hit.
3, 4,
It's only gonna be 5.
and 6.
So let's
Oh,
see
sorry,
here.
5. 5, so the last one doesn't hit it. The last one was at Urk, and that missed.
Okay. So let's count it up. It has an AC of 17, so it got hit a couple of times. 6, 11, and natural 20, which did another 9. So 20 damage on the Earth Elemental.
And another attack comes in at Rhiannon. Oh, wait. Actually, can't hit Rhiannon right now because she's currently in flux. But it doesn't know that, so it attempted to hit Rhiannon and completely misses because there's no way it can hit her at the moment. But it has no way of knowing. The tentacle has no way of knowing that. Urk. So I'm not bothering to roll.
I'm getting more concerned about the status of my character the more information you give.
He gonna hit it. He gonna go smack.
She was able to be healed, but she can't be hit by things. And that misses.
Grr.
Anything else you can do, Urk? Urk?
So that's what that does. Sorry, I was reading Reckless Attack.
Yeah.
Gives you advantage.
Yeah, that's something to remember for
Yeah.
next turn. You have to declare reckless before you swing.
But since I attacked or attempted to attack, I keep rage, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Lanissa, it's your turn.
Leggy leg. Oh, I still can't see the crystal.
Can't see which crystal. The one in the middle? No. The one in the middle got a feel of darkness around it.
Yeah, more at the same crystal. Let's just see if it breaks.
Okay. All right. You throw first dagger goes in, and the crystal shatters into a bunch of pieces.
Oh, in that case,
What do
the
you aiming
second
that
one.
second one at?
This one then.
Same thing happens. It just shatters into a bunch of pieces.
Does anything else seem to happen?
Nope.
In that case, I'm gonna go.
Kind of like. Never mind. I don't want to put in the analogy.
I'm gonna stand over here so I can look if the big crystal becomes visible.
Okay. Remaining wormling exhales force damage at Urk inside a double damage field. The DC 12 dexterity Urk. Fail. So you take 40 points of force damage. Yes, Urk goes crashing into the ground.
Stand by. At least he didn't move around to hit more people.
You're not dead. You're unconscious.
Hold on a second. That's 30-foot line. Oh, that would also hit this. The Earth Elemental also needs to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Definitely not the same thing.
Yeah, no. You need to make rolls now, and if you fail 3 rolls, your character is dead. If you don't, you're still alive.
The difference is you're currently breathing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone will.
Sorry, I missed that. What happened? What?
A line of force damage, 20 points of force damage. Actually, 40 points of force damage because the wormling is in a double damage field.
Yeah, but the elemental has to make a dex save first.
So force damage. Yeah, no.
Is it resistant to force damage?
Nope, nothing
Nope.
like
Then
that.
it takes 40 if it fails, or 20 if it succeeds.
Well, a -1 won't do. Be bad, right?
It only takes 20.
Nice.
The DC was only 12.
-20.
Eric,
No
it's
shit.
not
Oh,
like
fuck.
it's not like I chewed your head off just now.
There we go. Change it's correct.
Legit, my dexterity is 6, and yet the Earth Elemental, that big, huge fucking thing, still got out of the way. But
More
I
like
didn't.
it couldn't be moved.
Yep.
But you still got out. Still.
No. Think about it this way: it's
I
Earth.
actually wanna
It
point out something.
grounded the electricity.
No, this
You
is
have-
force, not electricity.
Do you have danger sense?
Oh, yeah,
I
you
do.
That's
You
the
would have
advantage.
Oh, you get
Oh,
one
I
more
have
roll then, Eric.
advantage.
Oh.
Yep.
Make that
Try
roll.
me, bitch.
There you go.
Then you
Hey,
only
hey,
then you only lost 20, which means you're still up.
See,
Still not
bitching,
good,
bitching
but
gets you
you
things in life.
Fun.
Fluffy.
I was like, wait, he's a barbarian.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
I'm gonna
bard
go
variant.
right here.
Barbarian.
And acid breath, so I only hit the wormling and the crystal.
Okay.
So I don't want to make sure I don't hit Urk with this. And Dragon's Breath. Go.
Oh, that's right. And this is still magic. So dexterity saving throw on the plant dragon. Ooh. Okay, it still didn't seem to do too much to it, but you see fractures coming into the crystal.
And I didn't think this popped through. I only have 5 feet movement left. That's my turn.
Okay. On Rhiannon's turn, the portal completely flares to life, and someone who you may or may not be happy to see steps through. Let's see, where is my...
If it,
The answer is I'm happy to see him so I can kill him.
yeah, I have a feeling I know who it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
I am not sure if you guys actually saw this picture of him.
I have. You haven't revealed it to this group yet.
Yep, I have been waiting for a while, but you guys haven't returned back to him. I had this
Because we
made.
don't want to return back to him.
I had this made months ago at a convention.
Oh, yay.
When does he have a robot arm?
He's always had a robot arm. I've described it every
Yeah.
single time that he has a metallic right arm. It's made of. It looks like gold plated and gold. This gold around his right eye with the red crystal in the middle.
Really
God
cool.
damn.
Isn't he the one that thinks I'm cute or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe
Well,
if
you
he
know the
sees my comic
curse.
buddy.
The moment you pay for art for a character, it dies.
No.
Oh, why is it Lovecraft? Why is he?
So he
Because
he's So he
I wanna
he
be
steps
dead.
out of the portal, and Rhiannon, you have control over your body once more as your imp settles back on your shoulder. It's like, I was worried about you, and he pats you. The imp does, as Lograth has this weird sparkly blade unsheathed and currently rushes at the wormling. Let's see. My dice. Yeah. So the blade, which seems to be, a magical blade with lightning bits coming off of it, slices into the dragon. And you've seen that, magical things don't do as much damage to even magical weapons don't do quite as much damage. Sometimes some of them do and some don't do as much damage as you would expect to one of these creatures. These dragons seem to be, pretty resistant / immune. But this seemed to take significant damage, as he seems to cut almost right through it, doing a massive amount of damage. The blade also goes right into the crystal, and the crystal wobbles for a minute, and then seems to vaporize, completely destroying the crystal. Not even into the little powder that you guys have been doing and spreading out over the place. No, this crystal just seemed to be annihilated by the weapon that he's holding. He swings around for another hit on the dragon. Oops. And then the dragon dies. Your ring kind of comes tumbling out of the mess of leaves that are left behind.
Woo!
Jackpot.
He just kind of looks around. Well, it would seem that I've come at a good time then. And you're all still alive. Rhiannon, is there anything you wish to do?
Yeah. Let's see.
Punch the shit out of something.
What?
Punch the shit out of something.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of health though, so she's going to probably Eldritch Blast some things. Okay, let's see. Actually, I'm getting the fuck away from anything that can hit me. Let's see. So 20. Okay, so she's gonna move over here. And then let's see. actually just gonna take a step back. 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast at the front tentacle.
All right.
It's in darkness, so keep in that mind.
Yeah, it is in darkness, so that'd be a disadvantage.
And I have the ability to see through magical darkness
Then
again
Oh,
because you said
fuck.
the
you
imp
don't.
landed on my shoulder.
Oh, that's right. The imp is on you now. Impy.
I forgot about that part.
Mm-hmm.
See, Lograth brought back your imp.
So that's a 13 and a 20.
All right. Yeah, they both hit.
That's our turn.
Crescent.
Is it a bonus action to drink a potion to yourself?
Yes.
I would like to do that. I have basic healing potions. That's 2d. What is a basic again? Let's see. Potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2. Got it. Health. Delicious health. We're gonna walk over to this one because fuck, this thing attacked me in the back. And bop it.
All right. That tentacle just shrivels up and dies.
10, 15, 20, 25. 15, 20. And we'll move over here and attack the silver tentacle.
Unfortunately, that time you miss.
I will use a bardic inspiration.
All right. You just need. Yep. And you rolled enough to kill it.
What does the note do for attacks, Dirk?
Jesse.
Dirk? GSC?
Bird.
Yeah, I'm back. First of all, he's got to pick up the ring. Wait, It's
It's
not
not
my
your turn.
then what are you telling me to do?
What does your note do?
Oh, you want my note? Okay, yeah. There you go.
Each creature within 5 feet of the target I hit must make a Constitution saving throw versus his spell save DC or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled. Can the crystal make a Constitution save then?
So what does that do?
It's each creature within 5 feet of what I hit, which was right here, can make a Constitution saving throw.
There's no creatures
take-
around it.
So it doesn't affect the crystal.
What's the note again?
It's the note of destruction.
It's a burst of sound. So, yeah, actually, I think that would take some damage.
It would only be 3 if it, so it's not much. But if I'm going to use it, might as well use it. That's it.
Let's see. Layer action.
I forgot I had potions.
Doesn't have any further layer actions. Earth elemental.
Yes. Sorry, I was looking through the inventory of will. Can the earth elemental just stay here and hit the crystal? It will.
Yeah, that's
Just
because
hit.
the crystals that right there. These are just
Will that?
the equivalent of like polyps on top of it.
All right. Slam. Slam.
And this is siege, so it does double damage to structures.
Yes.
All right.
It's 36 plus
Actually, in
another
this case, that doesn't
30,
count as
so
that, so.
66 damage.
That's right. That part of it doesn't count as a structure. It counts as something else. But those things do. You see, actually, no, you wouldn't be able to see that because it's in darkness.
This elemental just appears and just goes punch, 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 punch.
Will.
Yes. Will. Will has no spells that are of any use.
Will's just gonna sit this round out.
I don't know. It's starting to look like it's clearing up. But there was a couple of resounding hits on the elemental, so he could heal the elemental.
This is true.
Second level, because that's what he has. 10.
All right. And now
Why doesn't this work anymore?
5 tentacles inside of a double damage zone are all gonna strike out at the elemental.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
3 hit.
And since resistant, that means it takes the amount of damage that's shown there instead of double.
Yes. So that's 13, 17, and 21. No, wait, sorry. Wait, why am I? Sorry, I lost myself there. 13, 17,
22.
25. There we go. I can add.
25. There we go. Yeah, my brain's not working either. Let's see, is there anyone else in range of whipping? Nope, no one else is in range. They're all striking out at the elemental. Irk, you can now retrieve your ring.
He will pick up the ring, and he will thank Lograth, and will run all the way here. And he's gonna drop rage.
Okay.
And guess that's it, because I don't even think that he's gonna help.
Lunissa.
Yeah, no, he's got no health push.
I still can't see the big one. I don't see anything else. I'm just gonna throw daggers at this thing.
Okay. Alright, we got 2 hits on that. You see cracks beginning to form in its shell. Anything else you wish to do?
I don't think so.
Fun.
Um. Fawn's just gonna go here, and he knows that there were vine. Like, can he just barely see this one?
Yeah, you might be able to see something wriggling.
All right, then I'm gonna just do an acid breath, so it doesn't hit the big crystal. So sort of like that way.
Okay. So the first one kind of disintegrates, and you see bits of it just kind of falling apart. You have no idea about the other one because you can't see any of it.
And that's my turn.
Okay. You watch Lograth just kind of descend into the darkness over here and slash at something. And then he goes off and attacks the vine, which is still lost in darkness. And he makes a second attack against that. Oh yeah, that vine's dead. Lograth has kind of vanished into the darkness over there. Rhiannon!
5, 10. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast at this thing.
Okay. That was a bad not 20.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. She doesn't gain any benefits from the red crystals, does she?
No, you're not an ally.
Worth a shot.
Was.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Crescent.
Drink another potion. I forget my button. He doesn't necessarily know where the vines are, but he knows that there's a crystal there, so he's going to move over here and swing in the crystal where he left, general direction of the crystal.
Okay. That's still a
He's
disadvantage.
going to focus more on hitting it, so he's not going to use Great Weapon Master.
Alright. Yeah, you don't feel your blade connecting with it either time.
You're really hard to hit. Stop hiding.
Reaction time. Let's see. Nope, that actually can't do anything. Okay, none of those things do anything. Earth Elemental!
Hooray! So, the Earth Elemental has this feature as well. So it can use its burrow speed, 30, to move. Which
Where would
means
you
it
like to
just
move it?
goes... It just moves here so that it can hit this corner.
Okay.
It basically just goes down under the earth and back up again.
And so all of its
Whack-a-mole.
attacks are concentrated on this corner over here?
Yes.
Alright, go for it. Alright.
Darn.
That hits. The blackish crystal snatters, leaving only the white with the glowing red center in the middle.
A 13 hits.
The 13 hit the crystal outcropping that was distantly
Okay.
colored.
Mm,
The crystal itself seems to be made of harder stuff.
Alright. Fair enough, thanks.
It's kind of like in games where limb damage is assessed differently from body damage.
Yeah.
And limb AC is much lower than the body AC.
Mhm.
Right. That's its turn. Will. God damn it, Will.
And Will can Will do anything?
Will can heal, Will can cast jump, and Will can, force wind and stuff on people. I don't know. I think Will might just... He's surrounded by a lot of people and he's like, fucking don't step on me, and then he just uses his action to go visible.
The Fawn and Urk and Lunissa finally see that Will is among them. Ah, just like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Three remaining tentacles that are within range. I'll go for the Earth Elemental, but they no longer have double damage. So 2 and 3. So that would be 4 damage done to the Earth Elemental altogether.
Yes.
Urk, what do you wish to do?
I guess he's just gonna and do nothing at the moment. He's too low on health to do anything. Oh wait, I got a greater healing. I'll drink the greater healing potion. See what happens.
Okay. Lunissa.
So what's the roll for that?
4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4.
Nissa can finally see the thing she wants to throw at, so that's what I'm doing. Doop. Doop. Up and rolling high, though.
Yes.
Yeah, both seem to hit and strike into this thing, causing minuscule cracks to appear. Fun, what do you wish to do?
he's muted.
Fun?
Fudge. I was speaking on it. Oh god. Forgot I was muted. I'm going to twin cast Firebolt on the big crystal. So first Firebolt fires at it.
Hot damn.
Does it decide to absorb that damage? Like it does all magic
That is
Ah.
true. It does use its reaction to absorb.
And then my second one.
Oh!
The
Good
poor
call.
one is absorbed.
You've chosen poorly, Q.
It's not a cube. It's that's just the best thing I can use for.
Oh, yeah, but
You quartz bastard, poor charge me. English.
alright, that's my time.
Lograth kind of like looks at the situation, looks over at the rest of you. Ah, well now, at least you have been doing pretty well, but this is going to take a little bit of finesse, he says, as he looks at the cracks that you get, you, Linissa, and you, Fawn, and most especially that rock, that giant earth elemental have been
Yeah, he's a
putting in,
rock.
the boulder, have been putting into it, and he goes and jabs his blade directly into one of those
His
cracks. I'm
It's
sorry.
Bobby.
He jabs his blade the sparking blade directly into one of those cracks, and you can see energy just kind of zipping through it into that, seemingly destabilizing that red glow in the center of it, and it just seems to blink blink kind of like purple and pink, and then finally just kind of explode into a shower of light before going dim and just kind of like the whole crystal itself beginning to crack even more as the vines around start to die. And Lograth kind of like looks over at the earth elemental. I do believe you can take it from here on that. Just smash it down into dust, and it shouldn't be able to revive. And since the thing is dead, technically it can't. Nothing in here can fight back or do you damage.
I mean, we can hit it with impunity.
Yes.
He smiles.
So, it's open season.
Why do I picture like Crescent like standing on top of the fucking earth mantle, just smacking at it too?
So, do we need to roll damage or
You can
is it
just
just
say
defense?
that you're just going around destroying it.
Smash, 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 smash.
Mm-hmm.
It just stands there and just pummels it into the ground, grinding it down into dust.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of little quartz in there, but no longer filled with any sort of weird energy. And seeing all of the crystals in the room, some of which have dropped off from like the ceiling and whatnot, from where they were anchored in by plant vines. Doggrass seems to be taking care of those. And unlike the ones that you guys have been like pushing apart into dust, when he hits them, they seem to again something seems to change inside of them, and they just kind of crumple into nothing. Well, into a different substance rather than the potentially infectious dust.
Well, thanks for showing up, Lograth.
Well, this was a most unexpected situation. I had no idea that was going to become a problem again. Anyway, we best sit down and have a conversation, all of you. Besides, I do need to decontaminate a lot of you. I do believe many of you are in danger of becoming infected. How long does the earth elemental stay for, by the way, Will?
Concentration an hour.
You gonna let it just like destroy the caves?
I mean, it smashes crystal.
Yeah, because it smashed the crystal, so that's been taken
It's
care
under
of.
my control, so it's not going to go rampage yet.
Yet.
So your weapons
I like
seem
that
to
yet.
do something special to the crystal. What's so special about that sword?
We will talk about it back home. And he just kind of like
Alright.
holds a stone in one hand and makes a portal open up into his library. Oh, there it is.
Well, if we're leaving and going to his place, I guess Will is just gonna drop concentration on Bob the Boulder.
I mean, Bob can come with us if we want.
That's what I was asking him. Is he gonna leave him here to destroy more stuff in the cavern? Is he gonna bring him? Is he just gonna drop concentration? What's Will wish to do?
I mean, if we're leaving, we're leaving. Bob the Boulder don't need to join us. So
Okay.
Poor Bob.
Farron's not supposed to be there. I was using that other. I forgot I was using those tokens for a library thing. There we go. So, step back out into his library. Let's see. We have Nissa, Fawn, Rhiannon, Will, and Crescent.
And Urk.
Urk. I knew I was forgetting someone.
How could you forget about me?
I believe Crescent has never been here before.
Ah, great, another library.
I don't think Lunissa has either.
Oh, that's true. The library itself, yeah. Neither is Urk for that matter. Then you guys were just in that other area with the cube.
And just sits on a comfy chair, and she's just gripping her book.
We should probably get the rest of your guild here. This is something that's best to talk about all at once instead of constantly having to rehash it. He looks at Fawn, Will, and Rhiannon as he says this.
I'm sorry, am I supposed to go run and get them?
Oh no, I wasn't talking about you having to run and get them. I figured one of you had a way of contacting them easily.
No, I have no magic.
He's looking at Will and Fawn.
I don't have any easy way to contact someone.
what are you looking at?
Who has the device to get you into the secret doors? Or devices that was like or was it no? It was keyed to your Iron Roses pins, wasn't it?
Stone portal to Clubhouse?
Yeah.
Yes.
Will has one.
I feel like Rhiannon gave hers to Gamil for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like, or that they would give in to Phaedra.
And
So
while we're working this out, it's good time for a 5-minute break. GM just needs to use the bathroom again. Bye.
I feel like we didn't go to hell with them.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't feel
I do
like
know one thing.
Hmm.
Rick is still planning on sending to Rhiannon with all the knowledge that they just get. That's now pointless.
And
Oh lord.
Cinna is in the Nexus with the information about the weapons that Lograth got, which is
That's
now
now useless. Oh
So-
my god.
On that note, I'm gonna go pee.
Useless
Alright.
information.
Hooray! That's the best information.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So, how's everyone doing?
I'm just tired.
Had a long day?
No, that's the thing. I haven't had a long day.
Oh. That elemental does a savage amount of damage.
Yeah, with siege monster thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Pretty much popping those smaller crystals like zits.
Ew, and yes.
What do you guys think of the picture? I've been dying to share it with you.
It looks fucking awesome. Shame I don't like the guy. Or he'd rather Will doesn't like the guy. Are we all back?
And Rhiannon and Fluffy all say back. Who's missing, Jesse?
No, I'm here. I said welcome back.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I see Jet, Shuttle and Fluffy. I've been talking. Oh, Quentin. Quentin, are you here? Okay, Quentin's still missing then.
Oh, here.
Ah, there you are. Then we do have everyone back. That's good. Alright, back to the story. So, let's see. I seem to recall there being, like, the clubhouse being keyed to your pendants, if I recall right. Lagras said that the doorways would respond to those pendants because of the shape and everything.
Think so.
I do not. I gotta be honest. I don't remember much about the stones.
No, the stones create a new gateway each time. But they're, I believe, keyed to the Iron Rose pendant, so only the Iron Roses can use them from the outside.
Yes, but they're like a one-time use, right?
The stones are a one-time use to create a new doorway. The doorways are not a one-time use; they're permanent. You basically create and set doorways in places.
Mm.
Well, I mean, this stone could be useful later. I don't know what Lograph is talking about.
So he kind of nods. Well then, it seems I'm going to have to contact everyone with a pen. Rhiannon still has a pin on, correct?
It should. Yeah.
So he moves over to her and touches a finger to it. All of your characters, wherever they are, if they have a pin on them, I don't know which ones don't. I believe all of you guys should. It's mostly Galmil, who may or may not currently have one.
Senna doesn't.
Yeah, Senna would be pretty much the only one. So I have Shuri, Phaedra, Biddy, Fawn, Ralthor, Will, Viren, Galmil, Gary, Avery, Bob, Talon, Grick, and Eki apparently all have pins. This doesn't mean all of you currently have them on you. I don't know if Ralthor has his on, and I know where Aki is and whether or not he'll respond. So that's up to the rest of you. For Biddy, I believe this would come nearly when you're ready to when you and Grick and Phaedra are, resting up so that you can send a message.
Then Biddy would definitely have his pin on.
Yeah,
that point in time.
so it's not quite to the time that your magic has restored, but you're wherever you are now, resting up to get that magic restored, which might be back at the Iron Roses headquarters, the tavern.
I think we were at the guard.
We were still at the guard sitting outside.
Okay, so you're basically decided to sit outside for an hour, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine with me. Let's see. So they'll be up to Ralthor whether Ralthor wants to respond or not. Talon, you have been going around and talking to people and eventually gotten together with your mentor, correct?
Yes, she was alerting the underbelly and little birds.
So you did that. You alerted the little birds, and you just gone to see Vincent, and he was making you tea when the alert comes in. And basically, you hear Lograt's voice saying, "That was quite a major situation that requires the attention of all active Iron Roses members. If you can please get to the nearest doorway and come to my library, we can have a nice conversation about it."
Fucking hell. Looks like that one you told me to keep an eye on needs me.
That's up to you, Jesse, whether or not Ralthor still has his pin on. Because he might not be active and he might be busy with other stuff.
She'll say what she did to Vincent, and then I would imagine, given Vincent's disposition and what she's been looking and watching for, he would want her to go.
Mm-hmm. Vincent's
So she would go.
like, be careful, kid, and pushes you off even before the tea kettle can finish singing.
Yeah. So she'll end up popping in.
Grick would try to at least finish up his thing so he can, because he would know. This seems to be coming from the pin, right?
Yes, and you know that the nearest doorway to you guys is inside the Weeping Angel Tavern. There's also one in Neverwinter for the people who are in Neverwinter. It's I believe actually in the Windstar Manor.
Yeah.
It's more Grick would want to wait so that way he can send a message to one person he knows that was helping out. That didn't have a pin for sure, which was Cinna.
And speaking of Cinna, do you take the advice you were given, or are you waiting as well?
The advice to go find Lograth?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd probably be like, help me out with this, please. Do you got a quick way for him? There's people down in the sewers that could die. We need those weapons.
So even before Talon can actually arrive, maybe just as Talon is arriving, well, Grick is still, still got 10 minutes to rest before he can send a message. I don't know if you guys are still sitting outside the thing or actually heading back to the Weeping Angel Tavern, but at this point, Cinna, Strun is basically sending a message to Lograth at this point, and Lograth just kind of tilts his head as Talon walks in, and says, "Huh. Well, then she needs to come here as well. I will send an imp to fetch her." And one of the imps that tends to sit on top of one of the bookcases, sometimes visible, sometimes not, vanishes as he waves his hand. And after about a minute, an imp appears in front of you and basically says, "This way. I think a bunch of other people are waiting." And starts to shimmer into a gateway, but it can't really actually no, it can't appear anywhere but inside the field. But it can teleport out anywhere it wants. That's how that magic works. That's right. It's not restricted to that zone only. Can only get if you gate into the Nexus, you only appear there, sort of thing. So it's kind of like fast travel.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cinna suddenly walks in and sees pretty much all the people, including Crescent, in there, except for like Grick and Shuri and Phaedra.
Yeah, she's seeing Crescent pretty fucked up. She'll probably go right over to him. Give him a cure wounds.
Stop.
You look fucked.
I had fun.
Oh, good for you. I did not.
They were relief dragon things. They hurt.
Oh, here. Get some healing in you. And second level. Cure wounds. There we go. There you go. No piercing damage. Talon will just kind of find a bookcase and lean up against it and just listen and watch.
Yeah, Bob has also wandered in behind her and is peering at the books. Already the other Windstar is coming, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Adler, because he got nothing better to do. Biddy arrives when Phaedra
Yeah.
And Grick arrives.
That would be at least 10 minutes before Grick can send that message. So basically, you guys are all sitting around for 10 minutes. Are the
I
days?
guess Viren
Yeah.
comes begrudgingly.
So, Grick, your message capability has come back. What do you do with that? Your sending ability has come back. Do you guys, by the way, take the did you guys just completely camp out after that 10 minutes of hearing the alert in front of the government building, or did you spend that 10 minutes walking back to the Weeping Angel?
I mean, if he can walk and
Yeah.
look at his spellbook, he can. He would
Yeah.
do that.
You've got you've got
Mhm.
three people around you. They can keep you from bumping into things.
As soon as he gets to Cinna, he's gonna send it to Cinna because he doesn't know Cinna's there yet.
So pretty much you're sending a sending right as you're heading to the portal.
Exactly.
What do you say to her?
Cinna, we are meeting Lograf, I think in his library. Something happened.
And you get into the doorway just as Sid is able to reply. Right into
No
the
shit, already here. What's up?
And you walk into the library doorway after that because you're first in the corridor, and then you see Senna just responding to you, and you basically get that moment where you're like talking on the cell phone, and you walk into a room with the person that's actually holding their cell phone and talking to you, where it echoes in both ears at the same time.
Oh, interesting thought. Is there a delay?
No.
Well, that's not quite what I expected.
Is this all of you?
Most part.
Well, it's all of me.
Like with kind of nods. Well then. Fluffy, there's a lot of noise in your backdrop. Thanks. Now then. We have a very serious conversation about this. It seems that something that I did not think would be happening again is happening. The Tarstan has reformed. I was not exactly expecting that. It has been a very long time, and I didn't think that it would be reforming in here.
The what?
The Tarstan, it's...
The vines and the crystals. Senna will like kind of lean over to Will.
It's far more complex than that. Those are just aspects of itself. That node is usually that node surrounded by its defenses. But even more worrisome, it was breeding a new kind of death dragon.
Death
what?
dragon?
Death dragon.
He nods.
Is that like worse than a normal dragon?
Oh yes. Death dragons are a plant-like creature. They would be considered plants by most things. Of course, the definitions of plants is, not moving very much. But they are definitely flora, not fauna. That doesn't mean they can't eat things, but they are made up of chlorophyll and various other products. The Tarstan creates them. Have I mentioned about the outside? Outside the Bottle universe? The one that we are in, Bottle Multiverse?
No, I don't believe you have.
Stuff that really doesn't make sense to me now.
Senna will turn to Will. Well, you see, our universe is shaped just like a bottle. It's wider at the bottom and turns into skinny neck like a bottle.
You lost me.
You ever drank anything out of a bottle?
No.
Not exactly, but he just kind of waves his hand. I refer to that as because it's contained. Things usually... occasionally there are ruptures. but the mirror plane that surrounds it heals over too quickly. Now, before this bottle universe was even formed, back before the Great War that some might refer to in this bottle universe as the War Before Time, uh, there was a lot of, well, a lot of things. The Death Dragons were among the worst of them.
How long ago was this war?
Before this multiverse existed.
How long has this multiverse existed?
Time is more relative here. There's certain things that have existed for billions of years, and others that have only existed for thousands. So, trying to rate it on that time scale is a little bit difficult. But at any
This
rate,
doesn't make sense.
yes, I know. It is quite trying to discuss that, but let me get down to the gist of things. The reason why this multiverse even ended up existing was because of what one might call anti-gods or unmakers who were attempting to consume everything and were collapsing planes together. The reason why they grew in power was directly related to the fact that death dragons were everywhere and consuming and destroying everything. They ended up strengthening the unmakers. So you see how serious the situation is just from that?
Eric's head is confused.
So, hold on. Death dragons eat and destroy everything, and the things that they eat and destroy gives power to the, what did you call them? Anti?
Unmakers. They essentially are gods or anti-gods, depending on your terminology, and where gods create, even ones that are gods of destruction, unmakers unravel, destroy, consume, erase, annihilate.
Hmm. Bloody gods.
Yes. Unless we are definitely in agreement. Anyway, believe it or not, I was around back then. I was mortal
Bullshit.
back then, outside. And I was a creator of weaponry. Weapons specifically designed to deal with death dragons. Death dragons are highly adaptable, and, well, they can eat just about anything. And what they consume, they can learn from. And what hurts them, they can learn from. So you can see that they are quite dangerous. And you saw elements of this, did you not?
Try to eat me.
Yes.
If the dragons are connected to the plant life, and the plant life absorbed the disciples of Daenerys, I would imagine they absorbed quite a lot of knowledge.
Well, that would be the Tarstan itself. The Tarstan, he likes gaining knowledge, gathering people into himself. Of course, once you diminish all of that, there's only a very loose thread of consciousness left. But at any rate, and he kind of waves his hand. I'm not sure how many more nodes are out there at the moment. This is going to be interesting.
Senna speaks up.
And not
There's
in a fun
one
way.
in Neverwinter.
Alright.
Small question.
Yes.
Lunisa,
Yes.
do you still have that item?
You mean the one we got in the place?
The gem.
Oh, the gem? Did I get a gem?
The one
If
we
I
were
did, I
running from. With
The one
Oh,
purple and
oh
red.
yeah. I double check if I still have it.
Roll a 1d2.
Oh,
I-
fuck.
I actually remember you saying I did still have it. Now
Okay,
that I
good.
think about it.
Then you still have it. We already went through this, or I already rolled for it. Then yes, you still
Yeah,
have it on your
I
person.
have it.
It's no longer glowing.
I do.
We believe Galen Cole was using this, but the crystals, the toss she seemed to really want that. It had a red glow in the middle of it at one point.
What's this about Galen Cole?
We think, used that to hijack Crescent's speaker touch spell and attack the Raven Queen.
He actually chuckles at that. Oh, well. Maybe she'll know how it feels now. But no matter.
Excuse me. Cinna speaks up.
Lagrath kind of looks at Cinna. Oh, she once trapped me in amber for thousands of years. It was not fun.
I got a newfound respect for that one.
At any rate, normal weapons are not as effective against the Tarstan and Death Dragons as one might hope. Various Death Dragons adapt to them. Some of them can even consume them. And those were just babies you were fighting. Newborn hatchlings. One or two of these nodes, wherever they are, I imagine there are Death Dragons who are growing into maturity. I don't think they're going to take the life cycle of a normal dragon. I imagine that they will mature much more quicker. So you will need better weapons against that. Assuming you wish to deal with them at all. Kind of like looks around at the group of you.
Nori's nodding.
Vader's nodding.
I'm sorry, how is this a problem again? Except the fact that they are eating our universe, but how is this a problem again?
They have taken all of my brothers and sisters, the clerics of Denier. It is my problem.
Right.
Whether or not it's your problem, I don't really care.
Oof.
Brandon turns and nods.
Damn.
At least...
Told you.
Now, as for my weapon, as I said, I designed and built weapons back when I was mortal, and I have made several or adjusted several of my old design since then. The ones that got trapped in here in the bottle universe. And he looks over at Adler with this. You are, in fact, carrying one of them.
Oh, you mean this weapon? And he holds up the sword that he got from Lady Jasmine.
Yes. The Flame Blade, if I'm not mistaken.
He nods.
These weapons are quite special, and are quite difficult to make. So I haven't made too many of them, but I do know of a handful that are here in the Bottle Universe. That would be one of them. It is bound to Lady Jasmine, and she has given it to you, apparently, to wield. These weapons, the Death Dragons and the Tarstan itself cannot adapt to them. And in fact, they can be used to disrupt the nodes, to disrupt and destroy the crystals without risking infection from the crystals. Even ones with, shall we say, matching frequencies, also known as elemental effects. A little history of the Tarstan. It was born with the creation of magic as you know it. Back a long time ago, long before me, uh, there was the Demon Queen, and she would tunnel from the abyss into the material plane in order to consume a world here and a world there. Or she would haunt the areas that the Unmakers had already ravaged, picking off bits of chaos and spreading more. Back then, magic really wasn't usable by mortal beings. This was the realm of the demons and the angels. They alone possessed such powers. But with the abyss and the tunneling. Sorry, Eric. uh, they.
My head fucking hurts, man.
Sorry, lots of disgorgence of information. The demons and their chaos would leave behind certain substances that were a bit, well, some people thought they had a mineral property to them. They were more like ether. They were more of a ceaselessly changing chaos, and because they were left behind on, rocky ground after it's been scraped free of life, well, it kind of took on the properties of minerals. But it typically dispersed after a while inside of a material plane. But some clever research, some clever people decided that they would take this substance and find a way to keep it from dispersing, and worked on finding a way of manufacturing it so that they could use magic, because they discovered that people that accidentally touched such a substance would, well, have power for a short time. And he just kind of shakes his head. But eventually this led to, well, technology that's well beyond any of your knowledge. This technology worked to create magic. And it did so by creating what many of us back then referred to as the magic crystals. And the unexpected consequence of that was the creation of the network known as the Tarstan.
Yes, that is all very interesting history.
Mm-hmm.
And you dealt with this before?
Well, as I said, I created weapons. I figured out a way of harnessing certain frequencies that have aspects of elementals that also dealt with. How shall we put this? The spirit or the soul, perhaps, is another way of putting it. I found a way of connecting with that and using those uniquenesses to destroy and disrupt the Tarstan. And some more dangerous are the magic crystals at that. Well, I don't have the substances needed to create them. You see, much like with the magic crystals, I did need samples of the substances that, well, you can find mainly either in the abyss or the plane of chaos. Raw, chaotic, this raw substance. We'll get into that. There are weapons out there. Adler here has one. He has one of the swords, as they're often referred to. Very useful against death dragons and the Tarstan.
So how did you deal with this before? Because you obviously didn't finish it.
Unfortunately, because of the nature of its existence, it can't be finished, so to speak, merely contained. And it was more or less contained. The only aspect it had left was in the body of its, well, sister is the word that it often used to refer to her. She could contain it, and it couldn't sprout its he couldn't sprout his consciousness back. But she has been driven unstable by her confinement. Not that I'm overly upset about her particular mental state, considering, but... Well, everything would have been fine, but apparently, somehow, someone decided to start summoning her out of captivity and harvest the magic crystals, which eventually led to the tar stand regrowing.
Oh.
Was that the thing that we met under in Neverwinter?
In the Temple of Orcus, Phaedra will nod and look over at Will. Thorn's creature.
Well, that thing certainly seemed a little bit deranged.
And we know who's been summoning her as well. Galen Cole.
So do we deal with what he has caused, or do we deal with him?
Fuck, I was right.
That's a sentence you don't want to hear.
Let's see, Linissa, you have the highest
Passive perception, yes.
passive perception. Let's see, I can't remember if I have a token.
Can I make a roll to see if, like, he is being 100% truthful with us?
Sure, insight.
Yeah, Rhiannon's gonna do that as well.
Sure, I don't.
I don't trust this dragon boy.
Yeah, I don't think that's high enough, but still.
Dang, you have a high insight modifier, and I thought I was good.
Yep. She sat around a library for most of her life, and she watched people.
Great. I thought I had a token. Apparently I do not have a token.
Also, have we mentioned who this was?
That's Talon.
Ah, Talon doesn't.
New token.
So, all good.
Yeah. I never actually got her a token, and so I actually found one that worked. I literally just found like a blue lizard folk and just pasted it there. This is more fitting.
I basically found this token and then drew on top. Look at me.
So, Linissa, out of the corner of your eye, you see a flash of color, and you see that person that once showed up unexpectedly at another meeting. That was in the clubhouse. Not the clubhouse. Sorry, the at the dining room table. Out back in the Weeping Angel. Just kind of standing there, casually leaning against a wall.
That small girl that talked a lot?
No. The tall one with the jester hat.
Mm-hmm.
The blue and pink jester hat, and the kaleidoscope of colors on the rest of their body.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a dagger right next to him.
All right, make an attack roll.
Is he supposed to be here?
The dagger doesn't seem to make the figure flinch, but one of the imps that hangs out on top of the bookshelf does, and goes, "Hey, what's where did that guy come from?" And even Lograt's looking over in that direction. See, with
just
21 insight, she is yeah. With that insight, Rhiannon, like, he's definitely talking the truth here. The figure just kind of smiles a bit. Lograth, if he needed to breathe, would probably be sighing hard right now. He's got that. He's kind of like doing that expression, making that expression.
Is he supposed to be here or not?
Well, it's not like you can easily keep that one out.
Is that a no?
Well, apparently the only way to keep him or her out is if Aki's around. I know they can't exist in the same spot.
Interesting.
Oh, I never said that we couldn't exist in the same spot. I just said that would be a bad idea.
Oh, it creates a paradox cycle. Apologies.
It could, not anymore. He's old enough now.
Oh, words and stuff hurt my brain.
Funny what a couple days can make. What changes?
Oh, that's right. It's only been a couple of days for you. The figure just kind of claps its hands together and pushes off from the thing as Lograth is kind of Lograth once again, even though he's like holding his position, has this distinct impression that he'd probably be wanting to rub his eyes if he wasn't a lich, like rub a half facepalm sort of expression. But
I'm flipping the dagger, I'm throwing it up in the air and catching it that I just threw at him. So are you here for a reason, or
why do people always get grumpy when I appear? What is with that? I thought people liked this sort of outfit. And the figure just kind of gestures at the multicolored outfit. I thought people liked colors, liked funny bells. Why is this blue one so gloomy? Why do you not like me?
I don't like a lot of things. You're not the only thing here I don't like.
What is with blue people and wanting to hit me with things? Like the last blue person I ran into, she also wanted to hit me with stuff. In fact, she sent me tumbling into the water.
Which other blue person?
Oh, no one here. This was somewhere else. She decided she didn't like me.
I guess that's a common thing.
But then again, I do have a blue friend now, so that's good.
So the question, what's the answer?
Oh, what is the question? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Why are you here?
Lograth seems to be grumbling. Yes. Testacatham, what are you doing here? Oh, well, I'm going by Claire now. Claire's a good name, don't you think? Claire's a nice name. Do you like Claire? Lograth is, again, seems like he's sighing dramatically, but he's a lich and doesn't need to breathe. No. I know what you guys might be interested in. You guys are looking for swords, right? Really cool ones? Really shiny ones? Really special ones?
I don't know. I'm just here to kill a guy named Galen Cole. That's
yes.
why I'm here.
Yes, the professor. Yes. Professor Cole. Yes. Gotta take care of Professor Cole, right? Yep.
Can't you just bring us there so we can stab him?
Oh, no. That's not good.
What do you mean? You just got in here and you're not supposed to be here.
Just the figure, Claire, pulls out one of the Iron Roses pins. I have one of these. It's kind of strange. It does definitely look like one of the Iron Roses pins. It just looks like it has some pitting, damage, and age to it that doesn't seem right.
Quick, Phaedra, revoke her membership.
No. Phaedra definitely goes up. How did you get that?
I have my ways. And just puts
And
it
better
away.
explain your ways now. How did you get that?
Don't get angry. The figure just kind of pats you on the head, Phaedra.
No, there's one person that isn't accounted for that has a pin, and if you have that pin,
Oh no, there are several people that I believe have that pin and aren't accounted for.
Oh, she wouldn't have she wouldn't
Claire
remember that.
Claire just kind of points around. It's like, wasn't there like a half orc and an elf or a half elf and of course Aki has one somewhere. And there's that tiefling. There's a tiefling, isn't there? I don't see him here. I didn't see him last time I showed up here either. You know, the purple one?
Which one did that belong to?
Which one did that belong to?
Oh, no. See, this one I got from a distant time period. Its owner no longer needed it. I'm not actually sure who it belonged to.
By the way, I tried to throw a dagger in his face and I
think that might be mine.
Ah, little gnome. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing well. For now.
It's like you don't even see the figure move. It's just suddenly the figure's there squatting down in front of Will, like putting hands on knees to get down into Will's level.
Rude.
What? You don't think me showing you deference is? You think me showing you deference is rude?
Well, no, people just usually stand normally and talk to me. They don't usually bend down and point out how short I am.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The figure straightens back up. Is this better?
Yeah. Talking to short people, one-on-one.
So
yeah, no, I think that could be my pin.
Maybe. It is from the future. But let's not get there quite yet, yes? Don't want paradoxes to happen.
No. I don't know what that is, but okay.
It's something that happens with time travel.
Yeah. That's beyond me. Not important.
Lagrath speaks up at this point and says, "You know, I was in the middle of a discussion with them."
Yeah, you are a distraction.
Oh, I know, but I know where the swords all are. Or at least, sort of. I can...
Well, write them down on a note and let Logra finish.
Oh, no, it doesn't work like that. See, it's from visions. Okay, so I don't...
I'll write down this description and then, piss off.
Well, because 2 of them are in this room. We know that, right?
Wait, what?
Well, because he's got one. And Claire points at Lagrath. And he's got one. Points at Adler.
Oh, right. I forgot about the blonde person.
Oh, there are a lot of blonde people in this room. I'm blonde, and Claire just pulls out a long thing of hair that's a nice long mane of blonde hair that's all tied together with like gold and silver thread and decorated with blue and pink baubles.
I want to hit it.
You don't like me?
Oh no, I really like you. That's how I show my affection, by hitting things.
Oh, then you must really like your enemies, right?
Very much.
At any rate.
Step back.
Lagrath seems to give up on this firm speech and just kind of looks over. Well, yes, I can. As your earlier question, yes, I can build more of them. It just takes a lot of a very certain substance. You're not going to like the name of it.
What's it called?
It's an ore that It's sort of an ore, but it can also grow like a crystal depending on where you're at, that I often refer to as chaosium.
Did you name it?
Well, it's been called things like that before in different languages. In my own language, I refer to it as chaosium.
I don't like it.
Call it what you like.
Bad rock.
Yes, go for it. Bad rock.
So who are we listening to now? The distraction or you?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Lowbreath. Our choices are either to find whatever this material is, or to find the weapons that you've already made.
He nods. Although I do believe that one of them is currently inaccessible. If I recall right, the one I made it for, Selena has been complaining about it being currently being reconstituted, according to her.
Interesting.
Yes, it seems like somebody may have thrown it through a "this does not exist" filter or something along those those matters. I told Rick he's probably going to be saying that at some point today. And of course, none of your characters remember what happened. At any rate, the others should be potentially accessible. Though who knows how cooperative any of their owners might be. I know where they are, Claire speaks up at this point. Sort of. I can give you clues at any rate. It's how I see things. Like I said, 2 of them are in this room, so that's quite easy. Fire sword and lightning sword.
Go on.
Alrighty then. So, well, we know that the death sword is apparently inaccessible. Selena is in the process of trying to, well, get it back, I suppose is the best way of putting it.
Why did I get a shiver down my spine when I heard the death sword?
What?
Alright, so we know that Adler over there has the fire blade. Lograth here holds a lightning blade, but since it's tuned to him, he could actually give it to somebody else, if need be. Then there is the wind blade, and Claire puts basically puts her fingers at the bridge of the top of her nose and closes her eyes and seems to think. I see it somewhere on the high seas of a world with 2 moons in the hands, of a blue bug.
Well, I've been to a place with 2 moons.
And where would that be?
What was the place called again? Think. We were in the desert area of that place.
I think Claire
Town speaks
smells.
up. Alaris.
That's it.
And that's the sort of clues that I get.
Bollocks.
Let's see. I'm having trouble seeing where the water blade is currently, but I imagine I'll be able to tell you that one soon too. The earth blade is somewhere on looks like a demi-plane filled with people and activity and a large tower. Huh. And I can see people running around, and they're from all over the place. And there's this area filled with, looks like portals or gateways. Ooh, then there's the Shadow Blade. That's not good. I don't think the owner of the Shadow Blade's going to let you borrow it. I sense that they are in league with the Tarstan. You're going to have to be careful of that Shadow Blade. Ah, and then the Light Blade. Ah. Tick-tock, tick-tock. It too is on Alaris. But it appears to be in the being used by somebody it has a mission of their own. Maybe if they survive it, they'll be willing to help you out. Or if they die, you might be able to take it for yourselves. But they're quite busy. I can sense that. And then there is the Power Blade. That is somewhere deep in the Feywild. It is at a monastery somewhere, in the hands of a very strange princess who is guarded by a tiger-striped man. And then finally, the last blade that I'm aware of is the Ice Blade. And she pauses for a minute and opens her eyes. That one's also sort of blipping at the moment. I'm gonna have to get back to you. Its owner seems to be in the process of moving between worlds.
So, Lograph.
He's looking at you. Yes?
I take it then that we are, well, encouraged to go and find as many of these blades as we possibly can and try to deal with the nodes.
Well, that's it for you to do if you wish. I asked before if you wished to do this, and many of your companions claimed that they did.
What are we going to do about the Raven Queen? Senna speaks up.
Well, I believe there, as much as I would love to see her continue to be imprisoned, that does leave an imbalance in the world. I am attempting to help correct this a little bit, but, well, that's my business, isn't it? As for how to get the Raven Queen back, I imagine that is Galen Cole's doing, and you will have to deal with him.
Cool.
And then Claire speaks up. Well, it shouldn't be too hard to deal with him if you have enough weapons. The Tarstan might be one thing, but I imagine, given the things that Galen Cole can do, his split personalities, his split selves, as it were, might also find that the blades, that the blades are rather dangerous for him as well. At least that's what I think.
Interesting.
The gathering of the blades seems to be important.
Well, they
Rhiannon
don't have to be blades. The Claire chuckles, and then Lograth actually kind of nods at this. Blades are just something I happen to fancy quite a bit. I happen to like the heft of a blade. I can easily spend some time and reforge one into something more your style, if you like. A staff, perhaps. It wouldn't have the same properties as the one you have now, but it would exhibit certain properties, but I'm not sure if any of the...
Staff made of bad stone? Thank you, but fact no. No.
It'd be infused with it. It wouldn't be made from it.
Never mind. No, thank you.
It could even take on the properties of nature.
You say that.
I'm confused. Which is the and this is Rhiannon speaking. I'm confused. Which is the proper way for us to deal with Galen Cole? These blades that you speak of now, or the sundering stones you spoke of a few days ago?
Well, the sundering stone would work, and then Claire speaks up. Oh, well, he's interested in this, in those ancient artifacts, the various stones, as it were, stones, crystals. Let's see, there was a cube involved. I'm trying to think. So, let's see if I can remember what he used in me. Let's see, Sunderstone, uh, Void Stone, the Chaos Cube, and of course the Time Crystal. All of those, yes. There are more. I forget their names, but he didn't have those. He doesn't have any of them now. They're all missing as far as he's concerned. But they could be used against him. The Sundering one especially could be used against him. But good luck in getting the Nexus to release it to you. The Nexus was using it for a while. I think they've hid it since.
I
After they
could
figured out
steal
what
it.
it does. But that makes Lograth chuckle. Well, considering I'm one of the ones that helped design the traps that keep it hidden, that would be quite delightful to see you do that.
I've stolen from you before.
Yes. And you quite impressed me.
I am confused. You have so much going on with the Nexus. And yet the Traveler is so involved with the Nexus, and I know you don't like
a
her.
long story.
I know! I've been hearing it for a while now, Rhiannon will say.
All right. Let's see. About 1,000 years ago, give or take, I was at the Nexus doing some research with the Sunderstone. So was Lokar. Lokar was there at the time. Well, he was woken up there after being stuck in stone for thousands of years. We were doing research together, a little bit of a dalliance, which was enjoyable. At this time, I was also working on the light blade, as it turned into the one that's bound to it, who then gave it out to somebody else, apparently. She asked me for that favor. Anyway, the Nexus ended up having major problems, especially after they were harnessing the Sunderstone in order to split souls and spirits apart. Basically, harvesting a person's spirit from their dead body without touching the soul, in order to power their shields to keep the Nexus safe. It had a bunch of unexpected consequences. The souls of the dead, rather than going anywhere after, all became shadows. And that made the Mother of Shadows very angry. Anyway, it took 1,000 years of rather nasty things happening there before life got returned to the Nexus, and once they figured out what the Sundering Stone did and the new people that took over, they decided to hide it away, and I can't. They accepted they accepted the Mother of Shadows into, their growing council. We happen to be allies, so I occasionally step in, especially now that she's currently indisposed. She met with, what we would think of as death a while ago, but, being a fairy queen, she really can't die. Not permanently, anyway. And so I've been having to take her seat the entire time. Now, as for Thorn, Thorn was quite gleeful over the fate of the shadows that were trapped behind a shield that angered the Night Mistress. The Mother of Shadows. And made a lot of fun of her, basically. So the Mother of Shadows built a box to trap her in, and trapped her there on the Nexus for hundreds of years. The people who reactivated the Nexus managed to free her, and offered her a place in the Nexus as well. So, yeah. That's why we can't be there at the same time. Why she can't be there at the same time.
I imagine Rhiannon's just kind of sitting there with her jaw open, being like, huh. And she's lost. Completely.
Yes, unfortunately, I believe Galen Cole learned a lesson from seeing the Night Mistress trap a god. Sorry, Mother of Shadows trap a god. Why do I keep calling her Night Mistress? It just sounds like, never mind. And I believe that's how he started figuring out how to trap gods.
Very interesting.
Yes, I'm sure. And Lagrath's kind of so like Claire and the Moonchild chuckles and is attempting to display shapes with string in front of Will, treating him like a small child.
Creates minor illusions. A scissor cutting the string.
The string actually cuts from that. And Claire grins happily and claps her hands. You are quite the magician.
Oh, you can learn with time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, I've had lots of time to learn.
So, did you get your answer there, Rhiannon?
No. But that's fine. I got a lot of information, but I don't.
Information does not always brew answers, but it is the best that I can do.
So, if the Mother of Shadows was able to trap Thorn there in this so-called box, I would imagine the Mother of Shadows would also learn how to release him.
Unfortunately, she is currently indisposed. Well, actually, Lagrath thinks for a moment. If you were to pursue the light blade, because he looks over at Chest, I have a feeling of who holds it, given certain aspects, given the fact that it's Alaris. I imagine her son is the one that's in charge of it. And Claire just kind of goes, "You're not supposed to tell them that. That ruins the surprise." And he kind of like rolls his good eye, sort of like basically the flame kind of dims in it. It's like he's busy right now. He's got his own thing going on. You best leave him to it. And yes, if he were separated from that blade, then perhaps she could take over his body and reconstitute herself faster. But he has been hiding from her for years. Only that blade, I would imagine, is keeping him safe.
So, what sword do you want the most, people? And I know it could be something else, but weapon, whatever.
Oh,
This thing you hit the thing with.
Claire waves her hand in the air. I've got something else that it just occurred to me. If there's another person who might be able to know that, the person who holds one of her territories right now.
Mm-hmm.
Her grandson. He's in the Shadowfell.
No.
He's currently got her Shadow Castle.
No.
What, you don't like the Shadowfell?
I don't want to go there. I've been to hell and that was bad enough.
Lograth just kind of nods. Like I said, you can always harvest some, as you call it, bad stone, and I can build some more weapons.
And we would have to go to the abyss for this.
There are some lands of the Chaos Plane that might also have it.
Wow, these are so many options that you're giving me that I don't want to do.
And there's even a chance that there might be some growing somewhere in the depths of Pandemonium.
Oh, good.
So hold on a second. The Shadowfell, the Abyss, the Chaos Realm, and
Oh, the
Alaris.
Chaos Realm
Pandalonia.
isn't so bad depending on where you go.
I don't want to.
Well, you're so chaotic. It's a great place.
I'm not chaotic. Shut up.
Sure you are.
Don't make me summon an earth elemental on you.
See?
No, that's completely justified.
Who's expecting an earth elemental?
Us.
I'm a perfectly balanced person, I'll have you know.
Well, this one seems like it's the easiest one to get first.
Well, 2 of them are in Alaris.
Ah, yes, the 2-for-1 special.
What, I'm
Keep
just
in
trying
mind,
to be
if we
efficient with my time.
if we go to Alaris, some of us cannot be seen.
Yeah. We can't.
mean, I
tell
don't-
who we are.
Claire chuckles. Oh, most of Alaris is fine. It's got lots of peoples. It really depends on the time. And I mean, there were some places and times in Alaris where there was only a handful of races at a time. There was this one area. Well, actually, you couldn't even really enter into that had its own gods, shall we say. Hey! And she starts blowing bubbles out of her mouth that somehow just materialize, like the little soap bubbles, or like the ones that you blow from a bubble blower.
Talon speaks up. So you're telling me I could have gone as a half-elf now and be fine?
Not in most places in Alaris, dear, but not into Candela. Oh, don't worry. I know the place he's referring to. That's not where either of these people are at. Not the Wind Sword, not the Light Sword.
Well, if we go after the Windblade and the Lightblade, we get, like you say, Will, your 2-for-1 special, air quotes. But it's also possible that if we get the Lightblade, we might be able to talk to the Mother of Shadows to see if she has any information on what's going on with the gods.
Yes, and then she could, you know, do the thing again.
What, trap Thorn in a box?
Yeah, that.
You know, I'm not opposed to it.
That would be fun.
I wonder if Thorn's box is her tavern.
I was thinking that too.
Interesting. I mean,
So, just a question. When you said there was a woman in Alaris that had a mission, and it was her son that was wielding the blade of light.
Aki kind of, sorry, not Lograth says at this point, the man with the blade of light is on a mission that really should not be disrupted.
Is he the son of the priestess I met?
Oh no,
No,
He
no,
is-
no.
he is the son of the Mother of Shadows.
Interesting.
And the Mother of Shadows is a god.
She's an archfey.
Archfey! Archfey! I like her less now. There's a lot of things you shouldn't mess with it in this world, or you do it anyway, but an archfey? Yeah, that's... Sure, we can go and ask help from an archfey, that seems fine.
Talon will
sure.
speak up. What happened with the cult of Tiamat that was going on on Alaris? Did they end up blowing? What happened at the party after we left?
That is a good question. I haven't seen any movement from Tiamat anywhere out of Avernus. However, I have noticed that in the last, well, for a while now, which I think is close to 200 years, Alara's time, that she has suddenly gotten a large increase of people that she has been consuming and turning into her special devils. So it's possible that someone created a new state religion there that devotes itself to her. You can always go and check on them if you wish.
Yeah, let me just go check on Occult of Tiamat. Let me just put that on my to-do list. Sure. Talk about this mission that this son of the shadow whatever is super important. What is this mission then?
Claire speaks up at this point. Well, at the moment, he is going after the person that murdered his sister and her husband and their kids.
So the Mother of Shadows had 2 children?
Yes, a son and a daughter.
So
And her daughter went and got married with someone?
Mm-hmm. Well, they both got married. They both had kids. But she was killed, and her kids were killed. Though two of the kids were brought back by other means.
So if I got this straight, if we go there and help him, we can get the sword that way, or we can help the other one that's in some water area.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you could help the one that's in the water area. I don't think she'll want to part with her sword. But who knows? Some of you might appeal to her.
Just go there, take the sword, leave.
Could always make them part ways physically.
What sword does the one that probably went part with have?
Windblade.
The Windblade.
Windblade.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I have anything to say about it, I think I'd want to go to Laris rather than the Shadow Realm, the Abyss, Chaos Realm, Pandalonium. There's a lot of places that I don't want to go.
Neat.
How does time work on Alaris?
Currently, it seems that time between Lars and Faerun and Avernus have all evened out and are now equal to each other.
Cool.
Rhiannon will just kind of like look around, though I want to go with. I am not at full strength and probably not best suited to go on this mission. Maybe it best be suited staying behind and doing research.
Well, research is always a good thing. And are you sure
Knowing things is overrated.
do you wish to go to Alaris first?
Let's see. Or option against Alaris. Or shittier places.
One of those shittier places is my home.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, just because you come from a shitty place doesn't mean you're a shitty person.
That's where I was born, too, to be fair.
Hmm. I'd
So
like to
shitty
go
place.
to a place with not too much light this time. Yeah, that would be more possible.
That'd be a Shadowfell. Doesn't have a lot of light.
Phaedra will say, I think if we have the opportunity to get 2 for 1 and get in more information regarding Galen Cole, we should do it. My vote is for Alaris.
I too vote for Alaris if we have to go and retrieve the blades.
Oh,
Sooner we get
Phaedra
this
over by
done,
one.
the sooner we get this done, the sooner I can kill that
Yeah,
Galen
it's gonna
Cole
stick with
person.
Mulgrath.
Let's go get those weapons. Am I in the right position?
Hey, Viren, you wanna come along?
Yeah, Baron. What you been up to?
Nothing holding me busy.
It's been so long, Viren.
It's
What
not.
you been doing?
Why are you guys like this?
It's not.
Cause fuck you.
Peer pressure.
Viren,
When you leave, there
I
will
would
be
like to have a chat with you. Could we meet up later at the tavern?
of monsters running around. Right? It's fine.
Pick a number. Actually no, odds or evens.
7.
Sorry, I.
Easy 2.
Okay.
Odds.
Well, screw. Odds. Okay. Viren's staying behind.
I meant evens.
Yeah, I didn't get to choose.
Let's knock
Yeah,
him.
man.
Fine. I'll roll again. Fine.
Oh my god, Rick, we're fucking with you. Goddamn.
I know. I know. I know. I know.
5.
God.
Fucking with Rick is a pastime.
Yeah, well, he's fucking with us.
Yes, yes, he is.
I'm doing absolutely nothing wrong
Lies.
yet.
Bullshit. Should have never said anything.
But
We
it's
haven't
true.
done anything wrong that we know of yet.
Bullshit. I know that
Let's
fucking
be-
shit from back whenever you were asking about like Phaedra and like how smart she is and would she question like a bag of holding. Hey, this has been going on for a year.
Yeah, no, Fearon's doing shady shit like always.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm restarting the campaign Fearon did shady shit in before. God dang it, man.
Oh, everyone was gonna have so much fun in that campaign.
Yeah, man.
Which game?
campaign?
One I ran like a year or two ago.
Elemental?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm running it again for some friends I know from real life.
Nice.
Yeah, though their characters make me worried.
How so?
We have a half possessed tiefling that's gonna like knowing the person be chaos, and then we have a kobold backup dancer who is very angry that she got kicked out.
Aw,
It's also
Kobold backup dancer.
you have another kobold in your party. That's great.
yeah, it's gonna be problematic. I know them. It's gonna be problematic and fun. We'll see. At least one of my players decided to be lawful and is gonna try and like keep some semblance of order.
Wait, you have a lawful character?
Yeah, I'm not lawful. Just one of the characters is. It's
Oh.
not.
Yeah, he
By
was
the way,
saying things in another game that I was making me go gasp. It's like that does not sound like the Quentin we know. What's going on here?
Hey, my character in Ortovi Benoli was very lawful, and then my wave is also lawful. I mean, he's not lawful, but he's not evil or like chaotic. I think he's actually lawful good wave, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway,
Well, your artificer is different.
yeah, I know.
I'm talking about Ilay.
Oh no, LA. I mean, LA is not evil.
No.
I
My
think.
point was that Ilay was saying things that are so against your type usually that I was in shock last Wednesday.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll get progressively worse. That's the whole plan of the character. Lunissa is gonna be progressively better, and LA is gonna be progressively worse.
Excellent.
Yeah. Senna is going to go to Neverwinter. And she is going to do some research in the Temple of Orcus.
Okay.
Kristen will follow.
Yeah, she's gonna research. Actually, it's possible. Could she?
Remember, the temple was technically blown up, caved in, sealed.
Did we
Right.
seal
Will did.
The party was sealed. The after you guys left,
it?
you gathered up the other people and they went and sealed it while you guys rested from exhaustion.
I know Will used a lot of earthquake.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Then Senna is going to centralize her time in the anomaly down in the sewers that she saw, and she's going to work with
Which one?
where she witnessed two material
Okay.
planes existing at the same time.
When she gets back there, she won't find anything. The node has been killed. Therefore, its influence is gone.
Okay, then Senna's going to the Shadowfell.
Okay.
Just gonna go check in with other people.
Home.
Talon will stay in Waterdeep and work with her little birds and work with Vincent, and she will relay all the information that she received during this time to Vincent. And then yeah, just do research around Waterdeep. See if there was anything else while everybody was centralized doing what they were doing. If they missed anything, if anything else happened in the city. And if she finds nothing of interest in Waterdeep, then she will move on to Neverwinter. And she will start planting her seeds there.
Okay. Von Viren Adler?
Been thinking about it, and Baron might actually join. Now that I'm thinking about it, Biddy wants to have a rest back at the Windstar Manor. Han probably gonna go back to Neverwinter and help with stuff over there, and Adler's probably gonna try and find the other, try and keep Neverwinter safe.
Now, the biggest question here, Biddy, before you go, are you going to discuss the painting with anyone else?
Silence.
Biddy's already explained it to several people. If they want to explain it to others, they can. That's not his responsibility.
Okay, he's assuming responsibility. Got it.
Wait, where's White Kern coming with us? That's.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So,
What?
Fawn and Adler?
Going to a good plane. Right.
Fawn's just gonna resume his role of helping Neverwinter, because he's sort of the Lord Protector or something along those lines, right? If I'm remembering right.
Yeah,
He's gonna go back there.
currently taken over that position because of all the money he gave to rebuild the castle.
Yeah, he's just
Wait.
gonna go back to his position.
Wait, repeat that?
Yeah.
Did you forget that?
Vaughn is Lord Protector?
He gained a minor title.
He kind of took over the city because the leadership was dead and he was donating all sorts of money.
Wait. No, the sun was there. What the fuck
The sun
happened?
didn't want.
want
The sun
it!
doesn't want
It's
to
like,
take
well, I don't
the
want to do anything with my father. I want to go back to Waterdeep.
And
And
so I
you
was just
don't
like,
tell anybody that?
uh-huh.
Oh, I hate you so goddamn much right now.
Are you really surprised he's a Windsor?
No, I am so fucking out of character. I am so fucking frustrated by so many people not telling people other information in this goddamn campaign.
Mm-hmm.
God
I'm
damn
sorry.
it.
I'm so sorry.
Don't. No, I have zero information as far as I know.
God, it's so frustrating being the only one taking notes around here and fucking trying to share. I'm gonna keep this off for stream. Sorry. I'm just.
I understand.
Anyway, let's go to the lawful plane with people that were angry at us last time. Shouldn't we're going to a lawful plane. I can take a rest there. Not like I only have 15 hit points.
You're fine for taking a rest here.
We're going to a good plane, not constant there.
You're
We're
just
not
going
going to
back
a
to the
celestial
material
plane.
plane.
This is
You
Alaris,
understand me
not the celestial one.
Oh,
Alaris is a planet. It's a world. It's like Faerun, but not.
I'll feel safe enough. No, I'm gone. I mean, do you guys want to take a long rest here?
What, in Logrest place? No.
Well, yeah, good point. Let's just go.
We have our clubhouse. We can take a long rest in there.
Can we take a short rest here? Because that's technically all I need.
Yeah, go ahead. You've been sitting around talking. I think I'll have a short rest.
Oh, sorry. This is one I want to visit.
I'm good to go.
The only thing Gurk might do before they leave would be essentially because he was told about the painting. He would have probably shared that share that information.
Well, since only 3 of you actually heard that information, I think the other 3 need to know.
Yeah.
The what information?
That the painting depicted a lot of the vines and crystals and dragon that seemed to kind of fit what we were dealing with, basically. A lot of the plant, there was vines actually in it that basically essentially also depicted the Tarston, essentially.
This was the painting we got from Lady
Lady Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Yep, the one with the
Long time
one
ago.
with the demon lord in it.
That
or the
we
queen.
didn't inspect.
Yeah. The demon queen in it, and the one of all that stuff in it. Basically, it all has there's a lot to it.
Yeah, on one side there's basically the demon queen, the queen of demons, the red, the thing that looked like a quartz crystal with vines growing out of it that had a red glowing center, which is now identified as the Tarstan. These strange plant-like things that seem to be emitting fire, and this large dragon with a large long neck in 3 different colors that seem to have crystals growing out of it. On the opposite side was that creature that you guys saw underneath that you eventually ended up seeing underneath in the Orcus Temple, along with angels, devils, and some other forms that weren't easily identifiable.
Yeah, so the one creature that we know is the sister, essentially, or is referred to by the Tarston.
Mm-hmm.
So the dragon was a death dragon?
That's a good guess. That's what Grik's thinking.
Doggrass tilting his head at this. You have a painting?
Yes, Lady Jasmine.
Can you fetch it for me, please?
He looks at the others if there's anyone else an issue with it.
Name a high price.
I mean, I can bring it so you can see it. Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Or, he could bring his dumbass to the tavern. But, I'm sure he has the capability of doing that.
I'll also pick up some books. I might be, see if there's anything we might have. Oh. Turns to Rhiannon. You didn't happen to have any books in Fawn's library, right?
Not that I'm aware of. Why?
Good. They kind of got eaten, slightly.
No.
Campbell's holy symbol turned into a spider.
And apparently he's gone forever now. From what I hear.
I don't necessarily know. I mean, I can message him. He's responded last time.
Don't bother. I already left him a message.
You never know if Galner is gone. It could be, I don't know, behind the wall. For all I know.
Rhiannon just walks up to a bookshelf, finds a book, and just sits down and starts reading.
I'll be right back. And he kind of heads off.
So, off on another bottled universe non-ending adventure.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
I would.
And what way would you have it, dear?
Well, I mean, wouldn't we all just want, nothing to be threatening the universe?
Usually that is the case.
Not
This
these
is
days, it's not.
most disturbing.
I was kind of looking forward to retirement.
Well, you can always retire.
No, not while the universe is ending. Not exactly a retirement I was hoping for.
And what sort of retirement are you hoping for?
None of your business.
I'm just curious.
Well, mind your own business.
So, can we leave now? I just feel like we're wasting time. I think that's the one thing we don't have right now.
Yeah.
Scanning Lograth, a painting.
That's important right now. Okay.
Yeah. Relax, Linus. You're not gonna get to stab Galmil the moment you step through into Olaris.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Did I say Galmil? I meant Galen.
Same difference.
That's rude.
To be fair, he could become him.
Gadville was secretly Galen Cole this whole time.
But
Wouldn't surprise me.
And only Lunessa sensed it.
Look,
Short rest, Dirk. Short rest.
I'm just gonna start stabbing everyone. Who am I gonna start with? Okay.
So, Urk, you returned with the painting, or is there anything holding you up?
No, he would return pretty much right away.
you say Urk?
Not Urk. Yeah, sorry, Grick.
Same, similar names.
Yeah. Anyway, so Lograth kind of looks at the painting and just kind of studies it for a minute. Fascinating. It's interesting how she got the details right on this. And he gestures at the painting and says, this here, and he points at the one that you already know, is the Demon Queen, of course. This, and he points at the quartz crystal, the tar stand that I think you've worked out. Then he gestures at the flaming plant thing. This is a form of a death dragon.
The three-headed dragon with the crystals in it, or
No, that's like I don't see a three-headed dragon on here. No, the plant, the flaming plant creature. That is a death dragon with a flower growing up at the up from it.
Then what's the long neck dragon with the red bumps all over it?
That would be entropy.
ah, boy, another thing to add to the list.
Yes.
Oh. Entropy is the dragon living in the desert of Alaris, correct?
What?
Did I just read that right? In my notes, Rhiannon speaks up. Something about the dragon of statues. Wait, no, I'm misreading. I saw entropy somewhere. Entropy is a dragon. Yeah, I just have entropy as a dragon.
Yes. Yes, entropy, also known as the first void dragon.
Oh no, another type of dragon.
But for the record, she pulls out her book. Yeah, it's called The Doom of the Desert, Dragon of Statues. There's a dragon somewhere out there. So, something for y'all to look forward to. Have fun.
Back in my day, the world was less complicated.
Sorry. Old man Will is just hilarious. I love him. Out of character, I'm picking up the gnome and hugging him tightly. Anyway. Kind of nods.
There was something about the painting I was gonna ask, but I forget now.
Curious about something? Galen Cole anywhere on here?
Of course not. He is
Worth
he
a fucking
was
shot?
born here in the mirror in the Bottles multiverse. And he was born on Alaris a very long time ago.
Can't we travel back in time and murder his mom?
Sadly, no, because that would prevent the birth of his children, which would then cause a severe paradox. Also, it would prevent the time. Basically, the Guardian of Time would prevent that paradox from happening. That exists only on Alaris.
But
Wouldn't bode well for certain other individuals either present.
But isn't he himself creating paradoxes at the moment?
No, he can't do anything about the time when it comes to Alaris.
Yeah, but he's eating himself, right?
Alternate versions of himself, apparently. And that is not causing paradoxes.
People suddenly disappearing from the timeline doesn't cause paradoxes?
Not our timeline. I got that one. I understood that one. I'm smart.
So the other timelines are fucked, though, right?
He's not going into the past.
Yeah, no, but like it's a different. He is taking a Galen goal from somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that somewhere is fucked, right?
Yes.
Possibly. It depends. Only Altharis, only that particular world happens to have a guardian of time that keeps paradoxes like that from happening. Other worlds, the paradoxes find a way of, well, settling themselves or destroying that world, at which point you would never hear of that world, now would you?
I
I
thought
guess
Guardian of Time was the Traveler here.
No, she has. Gods do not have influence over time itself. There are no time gods as far as I'm aware. There's no dominion of time.
you can
Their
just make it time
gods
god.
are simply outside of time. What did you say?
You just make a time god that can stop him.
That is a fascinating prospect. It would require a lot of sacrifice to make a god.
I cannot fathom any person I know that I would consider turning into a god. Not
But
a single one.
Well, we don't really have a choice over it. Some people are just born with a god seed inside of them.
Well, they are called me as a GM having difficulty pronouncing Inferions, and there are at least, he thinks for a moment, 2 that I'm aware of on Alaris.
just make one of them like god of time, and then they can be like kick him
That
in
is
the
an
nuts.
interesting concept,
And
but-
then, like Galen
I do
is
not
gone.
want to
but
be
that would
part of
also
creating a god.
require creating an entirely new dominion. Bloodgrath seems to be thoughtful about this.
No. Don't give ideas to them. This guy.
I mean, he's
And
hired.
here, hold on. Let me distract you with a question. Lograph, the demon queen.
Yes?
She's still around.
She is trapped in the mirror. She can't do anything.
All right.
How do you get her out?
Why the fuck would you want to get her out?
Just I just want to know.
She will have to be
whether or
released
not-
eventually, but first she needs to have some sort of control above her. A god that can control her would be best.
Why not make
No,
like-
shut up.
If she was a god, she would devour the universe.
Okay. Let's just get going. This is getting confusing.
Getting confusing?
Being
I've
confused.
always said that this is all way above our heads.
So
Agreed.
go here, find this person, stab him, and go back home.
If you, a
This
mortal
person-
being, start talking
Yes.
about creating gods, you're mad.
I imagine Phaedra has a nosebleed at this point.
Yeah, I can see that.
Multiple veins are pulsing in the forehead of Will.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
So,
Sure, it just hangs back to ask Laura for that question I messaged you earlier. Or 2 questions.
yeah. Would you like to tell that in front of everybody, or would you prefer more comfortable in whispers?
Probably more comfortable in whispers, honestly.
Okay.
So let's all just keep it simple, people. Go to Alaris, get 2 swords.
All right. So as everyone else is like, heading back out to the corridor to find whatever portal, you make your way over to Lograth, and he inclines his head. Is there something I can do for you, Shiori dear?
I've been looking into what revenants are and what their whole issue is. What would happen if one were to become one by means?
Well, revenants are usually the result of a lot of anger and determination at the time of death, and they typically focus on whatever killed them or brought them into that situation, and they cannot rest until they have destroyed it.
And if they, once they do rest, are they able to be brought back if magics are available?
I have never actually tried reviving someone who was once a revenant. I do not think it is possible for people who have been zombified and the like, their bodies are unable to be revived. However, that being said, there's no reason I can think of that true resurrection wouldn't work. Of course, it's possible the soul might be burned out before that, at which point, bringing them back would be a whole different challenge. You might need a wish or something of that level in order to help them out. Or some other divine interference.
And would the soul eventually go back to be able to go where they wanted to go when they rested? Or would they go somewhere else?
That depends. Do they have a link to this other place? People build such links with faith, divine deals, and the like.
Our family goes to one place particular.
And this is a strong bond, is it?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Well, I do not know for 100% certain, but it seems most likely that you would be returned to your ancestral place of rest. Whatever remains, at any rate.
So the soul burns out, you say?
It seems to, but the spirit seems to remain intact. The problem is, and what most people forget, most people think that they are interchangeable words because the soul and the spirit are so linked together. And then when a person dies, typically once they've reached the other side, their soul and spirit become fully one and they become evolved into a new existence, so to speak. Whether that is celestial or infernal or abyssal, well, that is really depending on how they get there. The soul, more or less, contains memories, the experience of a person, whereas the spirit contains much of their core. What they would be without such memories. Were they a good person? Were they a bad person? Were they driven? What drove the person? Me, for example, my spirit is one more connected with knowledge, as that is one of my drives in existence. And being a lich, well, my soul is a bit of a different matter.
So it's a risky maneuver.
Yes, it might consume your memories, your sense of self, but your sense of purpose would still be intact. It's also possible that simply the spirit and soul detach, and spirit is left in the body, and the soul goes on somewhere else in a revenant. After all, the body contains memory as well, and so it is how vampires function, for example. Vampires do not contain a soul anymore. They have a strong spirit of thirst, essentially, or hunger, depending on who you talk to. And their memories are all linked to their body. It is why a vampire doesn't change or grow. Well, an undead one, anyway.
She nods.
Does that help?
Potentially.
All right, then. Now, when you get out to the corridor, there is more than just the location down in the Fire Kingdom, which may or may not get you where you wish to go. There is another location called Madronis. It is in the continent of Meeg on Alaris. I do not know how far away it is from the wherever the wind blade might be, but I do know the light blade is somewhere in the south in jungles. But you might want to leave that one for later, as I said, the individual is on a quest, and I do not think he needs any more help. But after he is done, or if he has been killed, I imagine that it won't be too hard for you to convince him to let go of the blade, even if it means his mother might take his body over. He'll undoubtedly have conditions for this, but if he is truly doing what I think he is doing, then I imagine that he would wish to help, rather than allow terrible things to happen. And I'm gonna give you back to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Want murder, okay?
Alright, so Shiori finally rejoins the group of you out in the corridor.
Where did she go?
She was talking with Lograth in private.
I think Will would have followed, but he was just too tired to do it. He is looking drained.
Sure, he's looking at Kirk and Will specifically. You two look like you don't have enough energy.
Yeah, we just kind of got out of a big fight. Just, what, not an hour ago?
Mm.
I mean, I didn't get hurt or anything. It was just very draining to see everyone else around me get beat up.
Yeah, I'm fine. I took a rest. I don't really need more than rest. But
I gotta think of everyone, not just the few.
What, you want me to stay behind?
No, I feel like
No.
we should rest before going.
Uh-huh.
If you don't have any magics, then that would be more of an issue.
how about we just have a long rest just in case we walk into a death trap?
Think that idea.
I mean, use the clubhouse and be practiceful. There is another door to Laris. Longer I've told. She'll kind of look for it and kind of point it out basically. He says the light blade, well, we should give is to the south, but he does not know how far a wind blade would be from it.
Oh, I'll walk up to Lograf as well.
Lograth is back in the library, and you guys are out in the corridor, and basically looking between the clubhouse. Well, looks like Will walked into the clubhouse and went to his stump. But Lograth is back in the library.
Yeah, I'll walk up to Lograf and be like, sword here just in case. You don't need it, right?
You can wield a sword.
I mean, probably if we're going to find other swords, it would be more believable that we need the swords if we already got one from someone who owns / made them, right? They might be more cooperative.
Roll a
Right.
persuasion check.
Oh, why? The one time I do not like charisma character. No, I don't. I that was advantage for throwing a dagger at someone's face. I do make a good point, though. Come on.
Does anyone wish to join Quentin in this?
Don't worry. If he doesn't give it to me, I will just take it.
That's not the kind of roll that I wanted to roll.
Urk,
But it is still
after
a 9.
You fail at saying that. Urk comes over and grins broadly at Lograth. And what do you wish to say, Urk?
I mean, I hold great axes. I'm pretty sure that I could wield a sword.
Fascinating. Well, it really does not
Lots
matter
of fascinating.
which of you then holds it at that point. But if you wish to
I don't-
unlock more than just the basics about it, you will be taking a level in Warlock.
I don't want to use the sword. I just want to have it. Just that people don't stab us for nothing. You can have it if you want, Dragon Man.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going a step into Warlock. A
So-
barbarian Warlock.
Or yeah, I mean it's all charisma, so you're fine.
I'm down for it.
Okay, good. You can have that. I mean, does he just gain a level out of nowhere?
Actually, funny you should say that. Since we're about to close up here in a minute after you decide which taking a long rest, you're getting up. Everyone's going up to level 11.
I'm already level 11.
What?
What?
That should
Well-
not be the case.
And some
I'm
of you
already
were-
level 11.
Yeah, that should not be the case because we joined at the same moment.
Yeah, I think you missed your sheet at some point, so you're stuck with what you've got. You can't go up any further.
Oh. Okay. Shit.
Will gets a level up after months, years. What year is it?
Rip.
So Urk is keeping his he's taking possession of the sword.
Yee. Should be fine, right?
Sure.
All right, I will add it to your equipment. Hold on.
Oh boys, look at my health bar. The magical number. I cannot die.
I can't see the number. What is it?
69.
That's what I figured.
Hey.
Maybe I should have taken a level in Rogue. Just so I had more sneak attack damage. Too late now. I have evasion now. Fuck you and your fireballs, Fawn. No more. Also, fuck your charm effects, Grizz. No more charms.
What? You want to be charmed? I'll charm you.
You can't. You literally can't. I can be like, nope. Fuck that.
I got a 4th level spell called Charm Monster.
Yeah, and I can be like, nope.
Oh. Are you an
Yeah,
animal?
you're
Oh,
gonna- you're
sorry.
gonna-
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of fixing up your sheet here. Let's see. So yours would be strength. So click on that.
Yes, I want that. Oh, I need to roll. Or should I take 5? Should I roll or take 5?
What's your con mod?
I don't remember.
Do you have a con mod?
I do.
Yeah, you can roll.
I'm prepared to be swearing at you.
As long as you have like a con mod, rolling isn't that bad. If you roll a 1, but if
Fuck
you don't
you.
have a con mod and you roll a 1,
Lol.
kind of
Fuck
bad.
you.
I mean, to be fair, you only lost out on 1 hit point.
Fuck you.
Come at me, bruh. Come at me, Will.
Uh,
I'm probably the only one who can find you and murder you, so.
give it a shot.
So, are we calling it the day now, or?
I think so.
All right.
I mean, I think-
There is a spell now on your list that can only be cast via the blade.
Oh.
Your-
Oh. Lightning Blade. Mm.
Cool. Anyway, is that it for today?
What's the handle like?
What do you mean?
Like, is the handle made out of metal?
It feels like that.
Okay, because I was thinking, what happens if I heat metal on the blade and then slash someone with it?
It does feel like metal, but it wouldn't you if you're testing out heat metal like as a cantrip, it doesn't seem to warp the blade whatsoever.
Okay.
I mean, quick question. Those swords are made out of like the chaotic stone, right?
They're infused with the chaosium, yeah.
I go back to Lograf and be like, "Hey, didn't we just get some of that stone? Can't you make one out of that?
What kind of stone?
The thing that you smashed, like, isn't that the same thing?
No, that is not raw chaosium. That is a different substance altogether.
Okay, I just thought like maybe
Wait,
the
was
ingredients.
lightning bolt the spell?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, mad.
You get 1 casting per day of it via the sword.
Cool.
And you can't cast it with any normal spell slots. It can only be cast via the sword. So it's... yeah. You get a long rest, yes.
Alright. Hey, guess what, people? I can cast a 5th level spell twice now.
Ooh.
That means... I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
They call that insta-murders.
Oh, it means I have anti-life shell.
Anyway.
Come at me, undead.
Yeah, we're gonna take a long rest. I get all my stuff.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop off early. Well,
All right.
now.
So we will pick up with the what direction you guys are going to, which is probably to Madronas. Next week then.
Till next week.
Till
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.